Happy Thursday! Woo! D&D, woo! Edgelords, woo! And Murder Hobos from Nerd League Gaming. Thursday Night Dungeons and Dragons live in your head. We're glad to see you tonight.
We directly go to people's heads now?
We don't technically see you tonight. Yeah, it's it. It's like
right up Riddler style, Batman Returns.
Plugged in Newell, baby. I'm DM Roy. This is our usual cast of amazing players, and tonight we are going to be continuing our saga, our journey through the fabled city of Waterdeep. We have, we've had a bit of drama here the last couple weeks. Including things like the arrival of an old flame, who was subsequently murdered by the party, even though he put together this great little thing to try to woo.
Murdered by the DM.
Woo over Elona the half-orc, but no, he was murdered by the party. So we've had quite a crazy couple of weeks as the party has finally gotten some traction on this whole whatever what do they call it? Never Embers Enigma. Let's see. I don't want to jump in too quick. Have I got any real world stuff that's interesting and worth talking about? I've already been talking too long.
Boy, you were talking for like a minute and a half.
I know, way too long. I'm tired of listening to myself already.
It's like when you sit in front of the class, you had to deliver a speech, and you're like, am I done? No, you've been talking for 30 seconds.
All right, let me get the same speech over again.
I've been here for 3 days. What are you talking about?
That's what it feels like.
12 hours.
Is that the one to take us over?
That's what it feels like. Is that?
Did we get one? We got a new follow? Is that 700?
We did?
Yep.
Hey!
Hey, yo!
Woo!
Right.
700! Yeah.
All right, stream done. Let's go.
All right, goodbye. We're done. And we're clear. All right.
We made it happen.
Woo!
700, that was the goal.
Yeah, for real. Hey, 700, that's great. In fact, the last few weeks
We won the internet.
They've been really, really good to us followers. We definitely appreciate anyone who's tuning in and checking us out and hitting that follow button on us. We really appreciate it. Don't forget to come check us out on YouTube as well. And come chat us on Discord, man. That is like the best way to get to hang out with these guys and join the community and stuff. Doing some games. So, yeah, definitely. We got the Discord link down below there on Twitch. Or you can just do the search for Nerd League Gaming. We're pretty easy to find. All right, so let's see. Any announcements I need to make? Nothing I can think of. Yada, yada. Yada, yada. One day we're going to script this out. I know, but...
Sure you are.
What?
Who uses scripts?
Why? Yeah, I
Sure you
know.
are.
Like professionals.
Should I add that to my list of things to do?
List of things to tell Roy to do. Write Roy a script.
Actually, there's a reason there's outtakes at the end of certain movies, and that's because all movies have outtakes.
We should do that. Our outtakes just happen to be our actual stream.
Our outtakes are my best of. Thank you.
It's true, actually. It's true. All right, cool, guys. Well, then let's see. I don't really remember exactly what happened last week. John, our chronicler. Thank you very much, John. Our chronicler, though, he knows all of the ins and outs that happened, and he's going to give us his short 5-minute rendition of that this week. We're
gonna try and pick it up the pace this time, so some things might be left out.
They're probably not important.
Last week we picked up with Ardath noticing the letter for Cole in Alone's room. Unfortunately, it was all in Orcish, so even though he peeked inside, he couldn't read it. He then went to join Cole at the Raven Queen Shrine. They talked a bit, and Ardath reassures Cole not to beat himself up too much about his reaction to Jake at the Brauhund estate, and tells him that things will get worse before they get better, but they just need some time. That night, Cole has a good old dream and sees tendrils behind a man come out grabbing for his head, trying to burrow into his brain and take away his soul. And he wakes suddenly, feeling closer to an answer, perhaps closer than he wants to be. And we zoomed away to Jake, awaking in the opium den with some nice ladies beside him. He's had lots to do the night previous, and he wakes up throwing up right away into a trash bin. He slowly notices
something.
One or the other. Same difference to you.
Yeah.
He finds a mirror and actually notices his skin has become scaly and tough. And He feels that his connection with Zelfarn has become stronger. He's learned Draconic through this connection, and then as he remembers the previous night's events, his hatred renews, and he focuses completely on the notes that he stole from the Grahoons, trying to find things to give him some revenge. And he tries to commit the notes to memory, going through them for a few hours, and then he burns them, tosses them in the toilet. And Roy was very happy with that outcome.
Didn't upset our DM at all.
He looks very, very happy.
Why wouldn't you be happy when you take time to write out these fancy notes and stuff like that you're gonna like show off to all the players
I
and
had
stuff?
diagrams, damn it!
And one of the players ends up throwing them away or burning
What
them
if
so
we
no one can
learned
actually
about
see them.
preparing things?
Yes, okay, fine. No more preparing things. Now you guys
After
you guys go to Grognard's prepared now.
After burning up the notes, Jake is really contemplating what to do next. He doesn't know if he can go back to his friends at the moment, or if he should try and find new allies. Eventually, he settles on the fact that he should just go and talk to Vajra, because he's afraid of what will happen next. Get some guidance. While that's going on, Elona goes to visit her dad to talk about the situation with Jake. The guards forget her name, but let Aaron in to talk to her dad. Elona asked her dad and also states that Jakey ran away and he wants to alert Lord Melshimber right away, but she dissuades the notion and tells him about Jake wanting to burn a house down, but doesn't get into the details as much as she can. He finds out that the house was a noble one and definitely tells her that threatening a noble could put you in jail. You could be put to death. Elona kind of brushes those off and gets to asking where someone would go if they would want to burn down a house. Her dad mentions drugs, drinks, and women would be where to go to rid your mind of such thoughts. And if it's Jake, he's likely in the South Dock Ward. He mentions Jake has visited opium dens in the past. He also tells Elona that she used to be an anchor for Jake, and he has since lost his way when she was gone. And he also notes that if Elona is not Jake's current anchor, he doesn't know where he would be. Elona then starts asking about the Xanathar seal and being able to see it just in case one is given to her, but her dad doesn't give her any time to get further on that path.
Okay, I'm gonna go talk to Sammy.
While that's going on, Ardath was heading to the Temple of Kord to get some guidance and help bring in some of his new powers. He easily appeases Kord through some light combat, overthrowing his opponents, but it's not quite enough and does not find quite the answers he seeks. He is, however, approached by a priest, and she asks if he'd be willing to work at the temple. Ardath mentions he's actually here to find Jet, but he is eventually convinced or persuaded to come every second day from sunrise to sunset to help at Kord's temple.
Don't be busy, bro.
After that, we flip to Jake heading to Vajra's tower, meeting Riff Raff, and eventually the Black Staff agrees to see him. Riff Raff says this is unusual and leads Jake up the stairs. It's an incredible amount of stairs. Riff Raff seems to be going humping up at a steady pace, says Roy.
Hump up them
Jake is
stairs.
tired as he
Fucking 11, guys. I'm sorry.
gets to the top and he sees Vajra looking out at the bay. While Jake looks towards the city, he gets a feeling of momentary suffocation that quickly goes away. Vajra does notice this and inquires and says perhaps it's the height. And then they get to a conversation with Vajra giving him a piercing stare. Jake gets into how he may have done something very foolish, and he mentions the fireball and his rage, and eventually shows the pact that he made with Zelfarn. Vajra is very curious and a bit defensive at this, asking, "What have you done?" She seems to be speaking to herself or the staff for a moment, and eventually relaxes, talking about how the blood pact seldom works without ill effects, but she's impressed that Jake is still standing. He does talk about how he almost attacked the Growlhounds, but his friends stopped him. And eventually, Vajra asks him what he would have her do. Jake wants her to help control his emotions, and she eventually agrees to make some kind of amulet or something similar to help keep the more draconic anger at bay. After that, she actually offers to share a meal with him, and Jake is actually so worried that he wants to stay in the tower for the whole day it takes to create this new charm. And they end up spending most of the day together. After that, we return to the Spirits of the Hydra, where Ordeth is looking for Cole. He's inquiring about what Cole does when the Raven Queen doesn't respond to him, because he didn't get the response he wanted at the Temple of Kord. Cole tells him that maybe because his trials and fights at the temple were so easy that it wasn't enough of a test. And then they have why don't you a
The
conversation
most
about
awkward
sparring with
conversation.
Elona. And then it gets a bit awkward. And Cole mentions how he saw Ardath kissing Elona, but he's not mad about it. Why would he be mad about it?
I'm not mad. You're mad.
Why? No,
Man, does he mad?
You're
to you? I don't
mad.
see mad. I don't feel
To
mad.
save-
I'm not mad.
You're
to
mad.
save some of the awkward conversation to follow up from that, a paper bird comes in from the yawning portal for Ardath, telling him to come as there might be some information about Jet, and the two of them head out to figure out what is there. During that whole time, Ardath is quite quiet and is avoiding Cole's gaze as he realizes something weird's going on between Cole, Elona, and him. And right before they go in, he tells Cole, or asks Cole, "We're friends, right?" And he says, "I didn't know about you two, I'm sorry." And then he just hurries in before Cole can respond. They find Yagra and Dabble in the yawning portal, and Dabble mentions he's been looking into the Fire Genasi. He does note that there's a Fire Genasi smith working in Troll Skull Alley, but that seems to not be the one that you're looking for. All the free leads have dried up, and he needs money for further leads, or he offers an exchange of favors. The Snow Beetles are one of the richest halfling families in town, and Dasher, one of their sons, has been missing for actually a few months, it sounds like, at this point. And there's a quest to go find them, potentially in the dock ward at the Pickled Fisherman. Eventually, Ardath accepts that as he wants to learn more about Jet. Yagra does chime in, asking about Elona before they leave, and they have a hearty handshake between Ardath and Yagra. Yagra says hi to Elona and that she thought about her once, maybe.
Just once.
Maybe. Just once.
As they leave, Cole wants to finish the chat with Ardath to get through this awkward moment. Ardath tries to walk away quicker, but Cole stops him before he runs away from the conversation. Cole
He drags Cole for a little bit.
Yeah. Cole mentions that there was a few tender moments with Elona, but they didn't have anything official, and he doesn't claim Elona anyway, and that they can still be friends, and any strangeness is unwarranted. Ordath does mention the letter labeled to Cole in Elona's room, but Cole thinks it could either be from the translations or he'll just wait for Elona to give it to him. Still a bit awkward on their walk back, but things are picking up a little bit. That night, Zavroski is playing at the tavern as he was waiting for Mert. Mert comes in drunk, and they share drinks and a meal downstairs as Mert doesn't want his presence to be too notable. Mert then mentions the yawning portal and talks about Matrim Three Strings. Says that he undervalues himself and has friends, and might want to look into that. He also says that there's doppelgangers in the city, a group of them, and mentions that Bonnie is a doppelganger. He's doing this all while nonchalantly talking about the food and other things, but Zavroski's picking up on the information he's trying to pass on. Mert wants the group to look into these doppelgangers to see if they could be allies. At that, Zavroski also writes a quick note for Mert that about the 3 eyes for a potential key in the grand game. And at that, Mert actually does want to talk upstairs for a moment without prying eyes and ears. Warns Zavroski again about getting into the grand game. And Mert suggests doesn't seem to have too much information on the 3 eyes, but he does inquire about the Castellaners a bit and tells Zavroski that even with the 10% deal that was offered, they would be the best allies to have, but you should not trust them. He also suggests to ask Matrim 3 Strings what his allegiance is directly. At that, we switch back to Vajra talking with Jake about the pact. She mentions that in the tower, Jake is safe, and she works on the ward for him that night. Will work on the ward for that night, and it will test all of Jake's character, mental, and physical fortitude to go through this trial. Jake wants to mention that it's a mistake, but Vajra tells him not to assume that it was a mistake. Instead, time will tell whether it was a good decision to make this pact. It was a bold, grand step to take. They have a chat over dinner with small talk, and it ends up being a nice evening. With as more wine is consumed, there's a few glimpses of Vajra's personality that comes through instead of the stoic black staff. Jake does break through the barrier of the seriousness a few times throughout the night with jokes and other things.
He breaks through the barrier with other things. All right. Just checking.
And the next day, Vajra gives Jake the talisman to help him focus and repress the more aggressive instincts of the dragon, and then tells Jake if the Greyhounds can be of service, do not hesitate to ask. He is now considered a friend. Though she cannot invite him to join the ranks yet. She mentions that she enjoyed the time together and awkwardly says goodbye. Anytime you want to, I'll see you around.
Anytime you want to spend the night again,
Wait.
let me know.
She said no such thing. In fact, the hard stone face, a face that gives away as much emotion as a statue, bids you farewell as you head down. This talisman you have is cool. It is it's a fairly simple chain. The chain itself is probably not valuable much at all. Just a simple chain, though sturdy. And the talisman itself is a simple golden. It looks like a coin almost, except a completely flat coin, a faceless coin. There's no markings or anything on it, but just a disc, a golden disc about the size of a coin. And when you
it
put
looks kind of like not valuable kind of idea, right? Like it's not, doesn't look like something that somebody'd be like, ooh, I could steal that.
The chain does not. The coin, looks like a golden disc. It's polished. It's shiny.
Gold.
What's that?
It's gold, so it's gold.
Yeah, the disc is gold. That's right. Yeah, so it's polished, it's shiny, and when you put it on, you have it feels sort of warm on your chest, not hot, but warm. And in fact, your whole body sort of has a sort of comforted sort of feel, like you just sort of feel warm and cozy, something like that.
Someone knows where you are all the time.
Good feeling,
Now that
though.
is not what I said, just for the record.
That's not what you said. I'm just over here in my tinfoil hat. It's fine.
And so that's it. So that's the dawn of the next day as Jake makes his way to.
Cole and Jake each got an inspiration, by the way.
Yes.
Oh, really? Oh,
Mention that as well.
Yeah.
thank you. Who is that?
It
We
was
gave
it's
him
them. They gave them to each other. It was them.
You guys.
We got a little
bought 'em
circle
for each
jerk going
other.
on over here.
You guys and your.
It's not even the ship. I'm like a little offended. It's not the ship.
Cole,
It's not oral.
Jake, fine.
It took me a minute, and I was like, "What? What are you? What?"
Oral.
Oh, okay, never mind.
You were the one who brought that to my attention. If you hadn't, it would have been cold death.
Okay, so oops.
And I've added that item to my character sheet as well with a little.
All right, perfect.
I don't know if you ever want to if you want to go in there and edit it or put secret words in there.
When it's time.
But
When it's time.
Definitely not a tracker.
I know what it is. Don't worry. Let's see. So where are you going, Jake? Where does as the probably early in the morning, not early morning. You guys have hung out and done breakfast and such, but the town is thrumming.
dinner
Everybody's
and
out.
breakfast. Ooh, things are
Good
getting
deal.
good.
Good deal.
It was a brief
Like a
breakfast.
nice little bed and B&B.
So where are you headed?
I think at this point Jake's ready. Like he's got his emotions under control. He steps outside the tower, and he still feels in control of himself. Feels the power of the talisman over his body, and then like kind of like suppressing all those wild emotions that he was dealing with before. And so he feels like he's ready to kind of head back towards the spirits of the Hydra.
Okay.
Assuming he's assuming that that's where everybody else would be at this point in time. I mean, it'll take him a while to get there, but still.
Yeah, sure. Yeah, let's get there. At the time, everybody's downstairs and finishing breakfast, and the spirit is sort of cleaning up, and the day's patrons are kind of coming in as well. The kind of a regular crowd that comes in this time of day. These are the guys who like to get started early. You're pretty sure there's at least a couple of these people there. Like there are definitely a couple of guards who've gotten off of the night shift that are sort of ending their day here, and you're almost positive there's a guard or two that are on the day shift that are starting their day here, which is a little odd, but fine. Do what you got to do to get through the day.
Yeah. No judging here. No judging here. I just came from an opium den the other night, so there's no judgment from me.
Yeah, so you guys
You
are.
see Zavroski walking out to head to a cab to go to the Castellaners because he's got a lesson to do.
Yeah. Well, or just but perhaps a bit before that, as Zavroski's sort of eyeing the clock or the sundial or what the hell do you eye for that time of day?
What number of drunk people are entering our bar? I think
That's
is
right.
The way
You
to tell what time.
Pretty
it
much,
is.
pretty solid there. All right.
Standard like grandfather style clocks with like the pendulums would exist, wouldn't they? I don't know what the exact time era comparison.
There must be some time contraptions.
That type of clock in D&D.
Yeah, no, in Waterdeep, who knows what there is, man? Maybe there is. I'll buy it if you ever need to find out.
Magic.
And there is, of course, there are of course bells. The bells toll out the hours, of course,
Really
and
bad
then
for hangovers.
even the 30-minute marks. So you can definitely find things within 30 minutes. And of course, over the time, you get a kind of pretty solid feel, like an internal clock mechanism for knowing, oh, hey, 9 bells is going to be probably in the next little bit. I better start heading out, But before that time, the door opens, and in walks Jake Dean Melshimber.
Are we all downstairs?
Yeah, you guys, let's just have a scene where you guys are kind of having your breakfast and having a small talk, whatever, and getting ready to get about your day, and Jake walks in.
Cole will look dumbfounded and just jab Elona and point.
What?
Hey guys, what's up?
Looking, got a new style going, Jake. Looks good on you.
Look very different.
You got crazy eyes again, Jakey.
Yeah, it seems that the pact with Zelifar has come to full power. I've
Are
got
you?
some draconic powers going on. And then he'll kind of speak in tongues that I don't think anybody here would understand. He's like, I can speak draconic now, so that's kind of a cool little side effect that came along with it.
Your own story gets more interesting every day, Jake.
I know. One day you'll have to write stories about me, right, Zavroski?
Already, yeah.
Are you feeling yourself?
Joke's on you, it's smut.
I'm feeling 100. I'm feeling absolute 100.
Hey, cause the last time we spoke, it was a bit.
Water under the
great.
bridge, my friend. Don't even worry about that.
I still want to apologize to you. I may have overstepped my bounds.
Apology graciously accepted, my friend. Don't even sweat it. You know what? You shouldn't. Back of your head, gone.
Ordov's gonna keep eating his breakfast and kind of just side-eyeing everybody.
Okay.
These things happen. Hey, We're gonna have disagreements. It's part of that give and take relationship. Don't worry about it. I wasn't myself.
Oh, that was for sure, but this is also not you.
What's me anymore, really? I'm part dragon now. Who can tell what's gonna happen from day to day?
That is very true.
But for now, let's not worry about the past. Quit living in the past. Today is the present, and that's why it's a gift.
Well, I'm glad you're in a good mood, Jake.
This amount of positivity from you is refreshing.
I'm just happy to be back and happy to feeling 100 again. Like, I was out of it for a while, and now just things have changed. I've gotten control over the powers that were like raging with me. It's the dragon stuff. You know, it's like when Elona was on Wish and she acted weird, or when I was on Wish and I acted weird. The dragon blood was affecting me, and now I'm better.
How did you get better?
I woke up and I was feeling a little sick at first, and then as I kind of came through, I mean, you can see it. He'll pull his jacket. He's not wearing a shirt under his jacket anymore. He's just wearing like the leather jacket. His armor's gone. He'll pull back and he'll show kind of like the scales that are growing in certain patches. He's like, I've got scales now. I mean, the obviously the dragon. I mean, it's not just scales. He gives it a tap. It's kind of got like that
clank,
but not a clank, but like it's
thump,
almost like a leather.
Yeah,
it's almost like a leather, like a really tough leather. That you put your fist through.
Yes. Have you seen yourself in a mirror? Your eyes are completely different.
I guess it's just part of it. I'm part dragon now. Everything what I wanted, the whole goal, I guess. I mean, I wasn't planning on the scales and stuff like that, and the eyes, but hey, side effects.
What did you say that they looked like? Were they just like energy, or was it actually like a reptilian eye?
It's like it's almost like a reptilian eye, like a mix between a human and a reptilian eye, almost like.
So
and the colors changed as well.
Too?
From like that usual, his eyes were like a bluish green, and now they're like more of a hazel gold.
Okay.
Almost like the color of a bronze dragon's scales.
Yeah, his pupil's no longer round. It's just sort of elongated, like
slit.
Up and well, not, but not complete, but something between. It's sort of elongated. It's not just enough to kind of look weird, but not enough to like really like.
This is going to be a weird request, but can I touch?
I mean, sure. If you want to.
This is so interesting.
I mean, it was very interesting to me too. Imagine waking up like this.
Do you feel different, like from your skin to it, the scaly part? Like,
Well, can
you still feel it?
It's pretty much the same all the way through. It's just only certain places actually have the thicker scale that actually shows. But my skin is just leather now, basically.
Huh. That's quite an interesting side effect.
And I feel more robust, if you will. Like I feel just stronger in general.
Well, I did tell you that you would be sick for a bit.
Yeah, I mean, hey.
It just was a bit longer than we thought.
And just like I said, like I knew it would come around and everything would be fine. I said it would be fine and everything's fine, right? Also this, and he'll kind of hold up his hand and just kind of snap the four fingers across his thumb. And as he does, there's just this electrical charge ball that grows in his hand. He's like, I'm pretty much controlling electricity like it's nothing now. And then he just like out and back into his hand.
Huh.
That's his fancy.
I'm gonna go over to him. I'm gonna grab him by his jacket. I'm gonna slam him against the wall. Who are you and what have you done with Jakey? And I'm gonna slap him.
It's unlike usual, he kind of shrugged it off, that tough leather skin. Not the same.
Yeah,
not the
that's
same
helping
effect.
Elona thinking it's you. Yeah, 100% helping this.
Elona, it's me. It's the same Jake you've known forever, but I'm part dragon now. You can see, look, it's my hand. He shows a hand where the scar was that she knows about, and that chromatic kind of silvery scar on his hand. And he's just like, see, it's me. I haven't changed. It's still me. I'm just part dragon now. Zelifarn's blood has taken full effect now.
I'm gonna let him go. Just like back away.
Is this as far as it's going to go, or you're going to change more?
Who knows? That's the exciting part, Cole.
Oh boy.
Each day is a new gift from Zelipharn.
I don't know if this is better.
Is he in a cult? Is this what people talk like when they're in a cult?
I
You're
mean,
too happy.
I feel the power of Bahamut within my soul
dragon
now.
and make him stop putting you in a cult?
I feel the power of Bahamut within my soul now. That's all that's changed.
So you're
And
in a
Bahamut's
cult.
power is
Got
good.
it. Okay, I'll be back. I'm gonna go beat up a dragon.
Oh God.
Rodolph will just sigh and start to get up to follow her if she's actually going.
Hey, thanks, Ordon. Yeah, I'm gonna go talk to this dragon. I have no way to summon him, but I'm gonna go.
It's not Elona. It's not Zelipharn's fault. I asked him to do this, and it's given me exactly what I wanted. It's just it's got a few side effects. May vary. You know how it goes. At least I'm not impotent.
Yeah.
Hey, he's tested that part.
You've tested this already.
Oh yeah,
In fact, you made you're
Efficient.
Yeah. In fact,
multiple times.
your stamina.
It gives a little shock each time too, just to give it a little spice.
God damn it, JT.
Shocked for her pleasure.
Okay, that does sound like Jake. So I am less worried. And Cole will walk over and just give him a big hug, and as he's close to his ears, I am so sorry. I know you said it's okay, but I'm so sorry.
Oh, he'll
Just kind of pat him on the back.
He's whispering in your ear. Oh, that's so cute.
Pat him on the back. Give him that it's okay. It's okay. It's not your fault. It's not your fault.
All right. So Jake has left angry Jake and come back super happy.
Super positive, happy Jake.
Jake.
Control Jake.
Yeah. It's right. Jake's going through a lot of emotional ups and downs right now, apparently.
Here,
So-
wait, we can test this. Jakey, you want to go with me to break into your dad's office to find that plate again? Because I want it back.
That I don't think would be a good idea, Elona. We already got enough trouble and barely got out of that one the last time. The only reason we got out of that was because you had that seal. And if we hadn't
Which is
had that
why
seal,
I need it again in case we get in trouble again. I have another one.
that'd be great. But can you just try and forge it? I mean, Zavroski could probably forge it. He might be able to handle it. I know he just stepped out to the other room right now, but I mean, when he comes back, he might have gone to the Castlanders. I don't know.
Way too smart for Jake.
But you could try and forge it.
Well, I could just go back and steal it.
I mean, that's the more dangerous option. It's probably going to get you in a lot of trouble. More trouble than it's probably worth. Just going to say
Who
that.
the fuck are you?
I'm Jake.
I'm
just in
Super
control of my
Jake.
emotions now.
Okay, so I'm gonna go grab Cole. Bring him over to the corner of the room.
What's going
I
on?
don't think this is Jake.
It's totally Jake.
I don't think this is Jake. I think we need to watch out, and I'm gonna go try and find real Jake. So make up an excuse for me. I'll be back in like an hour.
Oh, okay.
Okay, thanks. I'm gonna leave. Listen, 6 intelligence. She doesn't think this is real Jake. 6 intelligence.
It is
Rodolph
double
will
Jake.
sigh, look at Cole as a, help me, and then just walk out
Help
after
me.
her.
Help me, please.
Help me. Help me.
Poor Cole's like, everybody's telling Cole help me. He's like,
Ordolph just wants to make sure she doesn't spend 3 hours punching water. Like she's just not like.
You, dragon.
all right, let's see. So today, let's see. This is the second day after the slaughter at House Grauhund. You guys said that Cole has the eye.
Yes.
All right. All right. So who's doing something interesting today?
Zav has his lessons with the adorable children and the horrible parents.
Yep, we got that.
Oh,
going-
one thing you guys notice sort of over here as you guys are talking, there's a lot of talk. Apparently, a lot of everybody, the story on everyone's tongues today is the Growlhounds. They are front page news in the long sheets. Like every broadsheet in the city today is talking about an assault on the Growlhound estate. There's apparently a lot of conflicting stories. They're not really sure what exactly happened. All they know is that the Growlhounds were attacked by some big force. That force was beaten off, but there were many casualties in the estate. Some places are talking about some sort of attack by another noble family. Some places are talking, suspecting that this is part of the ongoing gang wars in the city. Some places think this is all just a big hoax and that this actually isn't happening and there aren't actually any dead bodies. They're just trying to do this to weaken the position of the massed councils of Waterdeep. So there's talk. And so this is sort of, as you guys kind of go about your day, this is going to be the talk of the town, is that everybody is talking about what happened at the Growlhound estate. And there are as many theories and ideas as far as details go as there are people talking about it, as you might imagine in a city like this. Just some background setting information. Sorry. So with that, you guys were talking about, I know you're headed to the Castle Lanterns, Zavroski, for music lessons. Elona, where are you guys going? So you and Ardath are headed to where exactly?
I'm going to the dockward to just visit every brothel and bar I can find.
That's going to take a long time, just so you know. There's a lot of... Okay.
I'm bringing Ardath into every brothel and bar I can find.
All right, that may be a couple days long
giant
endeavor, just so you know. Like
he is a giant dark man, but you can still see him blush quite clearly.
It's just boobs. I don't understand. What is your problem?
Yeah.
All right, so we'll get to you. So you guys head to the dockward to search for
real Jake.
For real Jake, okay. And then Jake and Cole, you guys got any plans for today?
I'm Gucci, dude. What do you got out? What's going on? Let's go.
I'm not. I've given you guys some ideas. You guys come up with your own ideas. I can make you go somewhere if you want, but I was going to kind of give you guys some sort of.
What you got?
Well, Ardath does have a quest. Zavroski does have a quest.
Zavroski's only
Ardath had
take
a
couple
quest
hours.
with Zavroski.
You guys, you guys have this sort of overarching story quest.
It was with Cole. I'm sorry.
Yeah.
It was a quest with Cole.
But
But right now he
no
is
longer
having
here.
his innocence destroyed by Elona. So
Yeah. All right. So the day then. So the Castle Lantern visit. Zavroski, is there anything sort of? Do you have any agenda with this visit, or is this a sort of a standard visit for you?
He's going to talk about the three eyes with Lady Castellanner.
Really? In fact, after the music lessons, and you find yourself, whatever, like it or not. Again, these kids are really really likable, and they have taken a genuine shine to you. As far as you can tell, you're probably the highlight of their day in the couple of days a week that you actually get to go there. Their lives are pretty structured, as you can sort of imagine, and the fun they have, they really get to sort of like have this chance to really kind of be themselves, and they really are this sort of effervescent, bubbly children. It's kind of in that age where like kids are really cool before they become little assholes. They're like
$680.
yeah, exactly. I think you find this really is a genuine joy, a treat to get to play with these guys who really look up to you, really. Are quick learners that absorb the things you teach them and clearly practice diligently, whether by their own volition or not, in the days when you're not there. So they're coming along, even in just a few lessons you've had. They're coming along pretty astutely, pretty quickly. So once the lesson's over, you guys kind of go again, and Lady Amalia, she once again sort of says, "So, Zavroski, the children continue to like you, and they are learning quickly under your tutelage. That is good." Have you learned anything further about what we've spoken about previously?
Well, I believe the most important thing you said I should look into was the 3 eyes. Find out more information on that. And the group has found out that it seems like these 3 eyes are part of a key to open up whatever Lord November is hiding.
You found out? How did you find out?
Well, some others
investigating.
Some others in the game seem to have parted with some information to us.
Indeed. Roll me a deception check, Zavroski. Just for
He's not lying.
I know you're not technically lying.
But I'll make you roll anyway.
I just want to get a sense of,
I'm really good at deception.
really good at this. Holy shit. Wow, hang on, let me at least give her a...
Give her a fighting chance?
Well, she's, she is this game is something she has spent her life doing. She is exceptionally good at it as the matron of the Castellanter family. You don't get to be the head of the Castellanter family without being very, very good at playing this game. But she has clearly met her match here with the great Zavroski. In fact, which actually will play against her a little bit because she is sort of, perhaps one of her weaknesses is that she knows that she's very good at the game. So she sort of would imagine that she's very good at reading people at this point. And if she believes you're being honest, then that actually could work against her a little bit. Hang on. What am I trying to say? Good. She says, I won't ask for the details of how you managed that, but seeing how you work with the children, I can imagine that you were able to gain their trust. So, what have you learned? What key? Where are the pieces?
Well, all evidence points to at least 2 parts or 2 of the eyes being with some of the local gangs, unfortunately.
Makes sense.
Seems like that may be the next avenue to pursue to find more parts of the key.
Indeed. So there are parts of the key. So what do you know about this attack on the Growlhund estate? From what I hear, one of the gangs and the Castellanters had some big fight on their estate.
That's the same information that I've heard.
Nothing else, I suppose, then. That can't be coincidence with everyone playing the game currently and looking for these pieces of the key and a quite bold attack on a formidable noble house. Certainly not one of the premier noble houses, but they are no minor player in city politics.
I find in many stories you hear about minor players overstretching their own resources. So I would not be surprised to learn that that's the case here.
Well, I'll be. I've got some feelers out, and I'm going to find out what I can about that event, and I'll pass on to you what I learn. Of course, you'll do the same if you find out anything more about that.
Well, I do have first-hand knowledge from it.
You what?
Yes, lady. I saved the Growlhounds with my friends from being killed.
She actually sets her tea down. You say why? You are closer to the Growlhounds than I knew. Then saved them from the Zentarum, or whoever was attacking them.
You smile.
Zavroski, you are
You told us to look into this, and some avenues led to the grounds.
You worked quickly, efficiently, and to help them fight off the attack. I may have
I
underestimated
figured
you a
they're
bit.
probably able to help my group more alive than dead.
Indeed.
And I assume they're not an annoyance for you. You're a much stronger house than them.
Yes. Well, they are a small house with large aspirations. We keep tabs on them, but they are neither an ally nor an enemy of ours. So they are, or at least were, of small concern. So they must have known something. So what did you find? They must have had some information
this
there.
Is the information on the eyes is from them. They were supposed to give us more documents, but they did not have them when they said they would give them to us. So we'll see how that shakes up in the end.
They must have found the documents in the attack. How do you find that? How do we find that? Well, I'll see what I
I'll
can
look
find
into
out.
it further. If the
Indeed.
Zentarum, we have to look into the Zentarum anyways, as they likely have one of the eyes.
Indeed. You know, Zavroski, it occurs to me that a man of your talents is perhaps not being paid enough. I think that the children seem to like you, and you have proven a loyal friend of the families. What are we paying you now for the music lessons?
I believe you had gone up to 40.
40 dragons per month?
Per week.
40 dragons per 10 day. Oh, that is no mean sum. That's not bad. Still, not enough. What if we make it 100?
That'd be appreciated. It'd definitely help with any other palms to grease along the way.
Yes, well, do not hesitate, Zavroski. You seem to be a man who gets things done. And if you need more, if there are palms to be greased, we have plenty of grease to go around. Don't you worry about that. And do not worry, Zavroski. The Castellanters, we take care of our own very well.
I can see that.
And you shall continue to see it. This is but a pittance. We have much to do in the grand games of Zavroski, and I think we're going to be good friends in all of this. It is good. You have chosen a good side to be on, to be friends with.
I just thank you for choosing me.
Well, you've shown yourself to be loyal and useful. As long as that does not change, and here she gives you a cold, pretty steely look.
He has his ever smiling face back towards her.
As long as that does not change, then our relationship will continue to flower, and you will continue to reap the rewards of being a friend of the Castellanters.
Of course.
And the servant comes in. She says, "Note that Zavroski's pay has increased. See that he is paid on his way out for this 10 day. Ensure that he is compensated immediately." So, yes, my lady. And you are on the way out. You almost as if they, whatever. This is well orchestrated household. On the way out, as the steward bids you goodbye, he gives you a heavy sack of coins that he places in your hand, and he says, "Good day, sir. It is good to see you once again."
You as well.
All right. And they send you. He actually fetches the coach, one of the household coaches that comes, and he says, "Please see that Mr. Zavroski gets safely to wherever he needs to go." And you step into this fine coach, a fine coach, not one of their best coaches, but a fine coach. And it takes you wherever it is you'd like to go this day.
Back to the spirits of the Hydra.
All right. As Zavroski rides off into the crowds, the scene opens on the first brothel that you guys find in the dock ward. It is late in the week, and the sailors who spend most of the week out earning their pay are starting to enjoy the weekend spending their pay, and it's crowded and getting crowdeder by the hour, and you guys are at the first of the wonderful, yes, maybe hundreds on it. Like it's probably countless. They probably open and close as fast as you could go through them.
Yeah, oh, yeah.
You can like
What, the legs or the bars?
you know. Yeah. So Elona and Ardath, these two hulking figures. In fact, Elona walks
Muscle
in.
Bros,
Yeah.
let's go.
Elona walks in, and everybody looks and is like, "That is the biggest person I've seen in a month." And then Ardath walks in, and they're like, "Holy shit!" That is the...
That
Listen,
is-
you're gonna cost extra, okay, sweetie?
Oh yeah, yeah. Yeah, they are. You know, it's sort of this place. So there are a few women. You know, there are a few men. There are a few women. The place reeks of all kinds of odors
Debauchery.
of oils and smokes and who knows what's going on.
The smell of sex.
And they do. So this, in fact, there's a guy that greets you, and he's like, "Hello, welcome. How can I help you?"
I'm looking for a person.
Aren't we all, dear? That's why you're here.
No, I'm like, okay, one of my friends came down here the other day, and I'm trying to find him.
I'll be
he's
your
like-
friend, baby. This lady comes over and she grabs your arm. She says, "Ooh, this one. I'll be your friend."
No.
How long and how
Honey.
much?
No.
Oh,
Anyway.
She goes over to Ardath. "How about you? Whoa, big boy."
Well, I'm okay, thank you.
I can make you more than okay. I can make you like really.
Thank you. I'm good.
His nickname is Loverboy for a reason, so
Oh, I see. And she looks over at her friend and she's like, she walks away. And the next thing you know, there's another hand on your buttocks, and you look over and there's one of the guys that comes over. "Oh, so you need me to help you feel better instead? Then I get it. She's not your type." He sort of caresses. He reaches up and caresses your chest as he.
Elona, I don't think he's here. I think it's time for us to go. Yes, let's go.
Apparently, one of us isn't enough, guys. And so the two guys and
I mean,
a couple
look
of
at
girls.
him. He's a huge hunk of man, and
They
you
do.
need at least 7.
And the girl. One of the,
Kool-Aid Man kicks that fucking door open and leaves.
Oh no.
Yeah.
they were. In fact, he gives out the thing. He's like, "Oh, guys, we have a shy one here," and they all sort of like swarm at you. And Ardath just.
Boom.
And the head guy looks at you, "Honey, it's going to cost you extra for that broken door, by the way."
That's fine. I'll how much you need? I'm just trying to find my friend. This one is I don't know.
You mean like a specific person you're trying to find?
Yeah, like what part of? I literally said I was looking for. Okay,
Honey,
anyway,
people come
he's
here looking
like-
for friends all day, every day. That's how this place works, okay? Let me tell you.
Okay, well he's like this tall, and I like down to my like like abs height.
Right.
I don't know how tall Jake is compared
It's like,
to me.
probably shoulder height, right? Like probably something
yeah.
like shoulder height. He's like this tall.
How tall is Jake?
It's about boob high and
He's about boob high. Blonde looks like a shit. Like he just gives the air of he's like a little shit. His name is Jake.
He's
Jake
6 foot tall.
Melshimber.
Honey.
So you're 8 inches shorter than me.
Yes. Look, I don't know who this friend of yours is or what your relationship is together. I don't really want to know, but it's
Oh my
not really
God,
my
you sound like
business.
his aunt.
It's not really my business to tell you who comes in this place and who does not. Now, that wouldn't really be a establishment of good repute now if I did that. If I went about telling everybody.
I'm gonna like lean in. Okay, we can do this one of 2 ways. You can tell me if he was here, or I'm gonna go kick down every fucking door in this room and see if he's here.
That's going to
At
cost you
that
extra
point,
for every
Ordolph
door.
comes back in and just kind of puts an arm around her waist and starts dragging her back out.
No.
I am sorry about the
Ordolph,
door.
no!
I am sorry.
Sorry doesn't buy me a new door, honey.
I don't even think Ordolph has money.
I don't
What
even
is-
carry
what
money.
is
Check that
money?
coffer. Check your
Let me
coffer.
see.
What is money?
Yeah, no. Ordolph is broke as shit.
He didn't tell me what I needed to know. So.
He's like, I am sorry, Cord be with you. And just drags her.
Oh, these guys.
No! Order! Stop it!
You guys kind of push the door. You kind of like set the door back in place.
Yeah,
There,
I'll try
it's
and put
fine.
it back like sorry.
It's fine. They're fine.
Literally, how am I supposed to find Jake if you won't let me threaten someone? That's the only thing I'm good at.
Okay, now stay with me.
If
Maybe.
you're saying you're gonna do it, I know you're not, because you couldn't
Oh.
stay in there for more than 20
No,
seconds.
no, you have lost your mind. No. I'm saying that maybe the Jake you saw is actually Jake.
No, he was happy. He doesn't do that.
Maybe he's excited because he's not in pain, constant pain anymore.
Nah.
He's just gonna sigh.
I like how Anna does the Elona blank stare with a couple of blinks as she processes the information slowly with a 6 intelligence.
Listen, there's a buffering rate, okay?
She's reading
What
from
is
disc.
something-
Everything's like.
What is something that Jake knows? Only you and Jake know. No one else would know.
Why I went to the monastery? Why I went
Let's
to the
go ask him.
monastery and he went to prison?
Let's go ask him then.
But there's
And if
more,
he,
there's more
yes, you know what? And we can definitely go cojitos later. But let's go talk to Jake first.
Have you never seen like a naked person before? Is that what's happening?
Oh, did you hear that? I think something's on fire. Oh my God, Elona, let's go. There's people dying. Let's go. And he's just gonna like start
You
speed
can hear
walking off.
fire?
He's just gonna start walking off. Then he's gonna remember who he's with, come back, grab
There you
her,
go.
and then walk off with her.
Smart choice. Alright, we're going back to Spirits of the Hydra, I guess. Against
All right.
Elona's will.
So everyone is headed back to the Spirits of the Hydra. The great Zavroski has had another great music lesson with the kids. He has had an interesting conversation with the lady of House Castellanter, one of, if not the most powerful noble house in the entire city of Waterdeep. We had a fun interaction with the with a bar and a house of ill repute. I hope we have more of those in the future. That was pretty cool. But for now, we're going to take a real quick break. Let's go hit the bio, refill our drinks. We're going to come back. When we reconvene, scene is going to open at Spirits of the Hydra as the party is figuring out what they're going to do with themselves. All right. Hang on. Wait, no, I didn't go on break it. Wait, no. Still on break. Hold on. No, wait, no, I'm not. Here we go. All right, now we're going on break. Ready? Break.
I need water.
Yeah, we can split it up if you want.
Hold on, let me change the names of all my coins because I have them as actual names and not.
Oh, right.
Oh wait, I don't have them as. No, I have it.
No, you have it as
In the
CP,
party sheet, they're
PPGP.
PPGP.
Yeah.
All that stuff.
So if you like shared it out right now, it would
Oh,
share.
I see. Hey guys, we're back. We are
Yeah, I'm so glad we came back while we were arguing about money.
using Fantasy Grounds, and look. So if I rename it in the parcel, will it then do it correctly?
It should, yeah.
All right. So what is the? What are those called? Oh, the
Dragons.
suns.
Nibs and shards. I don't know what platinums are called.
Let's see. So gold is called dragons.
All caps. God damn it.
Yeah. Why'd you put? Who does this all caps?
Why are you yelling?
I don't like it.
Guys, we're a mess.
I'm calling it
Raise your neck.
suns.
God damn it.
Welcome. We're back.
Dragons.
Where is the
shards.
Where do you see the money?
Sweet
Inventory.
Jesus, we had like 5 minutes to do this.
So we're
guys.
done. Well, okay. So we are doing in Waterdeep. The coin system is different than in regular coin systems. But you guys, but the problem is you guys all have to change it. Otherwise, it's not gonna.
It's not going to divide out evenly. So they got to change
We'll do
it
that next
exactly the
break.
names that.
Yeah, no way. I'm going back to PP,
Oh, God damn it, Judge. Would you leave it alone?
PP, GP, SP, CP.
Yeah.
PP, GP, EP, SP,
Does
CP.
everybody have that already?
Yeah,
I
everybody.
don't have
Yeah.
anything.
If you don't have anything, it'll do it properly.
Yeah.
Sweet.
Hold on.
All right. Anybody else
Hold on,
change?
I'm not ready yet.
All right. So we have party treasure. We have
I'm
a party
ready.
treasure
There
sheet.
you go.
Oh, you sure you're
All
ready?
right, roll the credits again.
Good.
Zavroski No going back, baby. No going back. Let's see.
just
Zavroski, you still
found-
have shard. You guys still have shards. Some of you guys still have shards.
I just typed it all. You might have to refresh to see what we have now.
Oh, I
It's
see.
been changed for like a minute.
Doesn't do it in real time. Maybe.
No.
All right. Well, I'm just going to divide party treasure. So one of the cool parts of Fantasy Grounds is party treasure, distribute assignments, and coins. Boom. Oh, look at that. Everybody's got an
Whoa.
equal share now.
Oh my god. Oh my god.
You're rich now.
You're a rich girl.
I have an important question now that I'm looking at my equipment. How decayed is Arnie's left hand at this point?
Oh, God.
Like a
gonna look good.
10-day, 14 days tops. I mean, it's
I've had 14 days of warmth and humidity with some man's severed left hand
yeah.
in my backpack.
Well, if you're just gonna let it decompose, I suppose. I suppose it's kind of getting pretty gross at this point. You're probably pretty stinky, I guess.
She's normally stinky.
All right. Well, now you're like dead, stinky, reeking.
Oh darn!
Reek of death. All right. New attribute for Elona. Reek of death.
I mean, I'm a Way of the Long Death monk. It's fitting.
Oh, all right. Fair enough.
But the -2 to charisma checks is not.
My charisma's already.
I was joking.
My
Oh.
charisma's
Word
already
off.
garbage.
You guys are no fun.
Ordoth magically learns prestidigitation. So
Please stop smelling.
You
That's
smell
actually
so
why it
bad.
hasn't started
Wait, can you
stinking.
do
His
that?
roll has
Is-
just been like behind me, making it smell like flowers.
Yeah, you know what? I'm just gonna leave this before we get into the does purify food and water make it smell better, because I really don't want to have to get into that conversation.
I thought I had an iron stomach.
Yeah. Okay. So we're about halfway through today. We're midday, and anybody have anything they want to do today?
I have a
Will and I
question to
have our
ask
quest.
Fake
You do?
Jake.
Well, now, and don't forget, to meta this a little bit. Okay, to meta this. Remember, quests are sort of designed as party quests. So if my goal, of course, as Dungeon Master, is to do as little separate stories as possible and as much single story as possible. So
All
by
right.
and large, when I create quests and send you on quests, I will usually say things like "bring your friends." Not that you have to.
Ordoth has helped us with other things, like saving the Growlhound, so we should probably all be fine helping him.
He's probably not gonna ask. He's probably gonna just try and grab Cole since Cole is there, or just do it by himself because he doesn't like depending on people. So Cole, that's a hint.
If he just tries to grab Cole, he's gonna stop him and be like, Why don't we ask the others to come with us?
Also,
More
Jake's
help
sitting
is-
with
is
Cole
better.
now, and he'd probably be like, "Hey, where you guys off to?"
Hey, you should probably come. And Zav and Elona as well.
Where we going?
New
And
lead.
We have a lead on Jet.
Oh, right.
Jet, isn't that who's Jet again?
That's
my mentor.
Yes,
Oh,
your
alright. Person I'm
Genasi
here to
friend,
find.
right? Yeah.
Yes.
Hey,
I'm down
not
for
Jake.
whatever right now.
Not Jake. I have a question for you as we're going.
Not Jake.
Not Jake. I was trying to
Elona, it's
catch
me.
him. I was trying to say not Jake and have him be like, what? Because I was just waiting for it and it didn't happen.
He answered to not Jake. I was right.
Conspiracy theory in the wall behind me.
Bah!
Get some-
one red string.
Jake, not Jake. Like, that's the string. So, why did you get sent to prison? What happened?
My dad's an asshole.
I mean, yes, but I need more specifics.
Ooh, that sounds like Jake.
We went to
It sounds like Jake.
we went to Baldur's Gate and we tried to steal a bunch of persimmons from like one of the noble families of Baldur's Gate, and we got busted on the way back on the wagon.
Okay, it's Jake. We're good.
Oh, thank
Of
God.
course, it's me. Jesus. Get a little bit of dragon's blood and you start winning, and everybody starts doubting you.
Yep.
Wow. Wow.
Ordolph is just gonna pick Jake up in a hug and just thank you.
Ordath was uncomfortable because we went to brothels looking for real you, and apparently boobies make him uncomfortable.
Ordath, you should be comfortable around those by now. You're a big boy. You can handle it.
Ordolph is just gonna
You
head
see,
out the
you've
door.
got nipples?
Ordolph is heading right out the door.
As he gets nipple tweaked.
Yeah. He's just gonna drop Jake and then head out the door.
And then he did that and then broke a door at one of the brothels. So, like, if you go to a brothel and the door's broken, you don't know us. Unless you want to pay for their door, then, like, go ahead and tell them that you know us. But, like, we didn't pay for the door, so...
Good thing you're so inconspicuous and hard to find in the city.
Thank you. I've been trying.
Ordolph is just making his. He doesn't even know where he's going. He's just
Making my way
walking.
downtown.
That's walking faster because I don't want to be in the conversation. Do.
So, Ordath, where are we headed?
I actually don't know. Cole, where were we supposed to go?
So you are asking the wrong person.
I know where it is. John knows where it is.
I know where it is too.
Literally, 3 of us weren't here for
The
this
notes,
conversation.
the notes are public, but there's a lot of them to go through. So.
Start scrolling.
All right, so you are supposed to be looking for a missing family member named Dasher Snowbeetle. The Snowbeetles are
That's right.
a rich family of
Yeah.
let's see. So Davol told you one of my constables thinks he saw a halfling fitting Dasher's description: scrawny, mess of red hair, curly red hair, at the Pickled Fisherman down in the dock ward. It's right near a lot of the brothels. Yeah.
Hey,
Oh god.
go back to the brothel!
Oh god, no.
Actually, guys, I don't
Well,
really
Jet's
need to
dead.
that
We just
anymore.
need to deal with that. Jet's dead. We're
I have to learn to let go.
yeah.
You know what? If he wanted to be found, he would have been found. already.
Yeah, he would have went missing in the first place.
Anyway, that's the lead that he gave you. That he's been seen
the
at
docks,
the
gotcha.
Pickled Fisherman in the dock ward.
Yes, it is the pickled fisherman in the dock ward. Where is that, Cole?
Oh, so now you're cool with
It's-
going back to the brothels. Okay,
It's
I see
right
how it
by where all those
Oh,
brothels
that's
you went by.
there. Oh,
It's one of them,
no.
actually.
You were so close. You could have just stopped by while you were down there. It's too bad.
He was
Well,
walking way too
literally
fast
just
to
came
stop
from there.
anywhere.
I bet you it's the one
Ordolph.
with the door that you guys broke.
Probably
Ordolph
walking
is
away
a
and shit.
Ordolph is a very statuesque Goliath But in that moment that he realizes where he has to go, he drops almost 2 feet in a slump and just and just starts trudging off in that direction.
Would it make you feel better
Defeated.
if I like bought you a lady friend there?
No.
Yes.
No, it would not.
Didn't you talk about Cord being who you worship, you fight for? Couldn't you not just fight with another lady to show your prowess? It's a form of fighting, is it not?
It is.
But they're
some of us.
small.
Alona's been
They
called
are-
a lady before.
By who? Who the hell do I need to kill?
Who wants to get
So
punched?
he
Call
listens
me
to
a
what
lady.
Zav said, and then he listens to Jake saying Elona's been called a lady before. His face pure red, and just speed walks off. Just
Oh, Daff, no, come back.
I like him. He's fun.
Oh man, it's not just me. I love it.
I don't understand why we have an issue.
So you guys head back down to the dock ward. Each way down there, and today's a crowded day. And as you get to the dock ward, again, it's even more crowded in the second half of the day. The people who are finishing up their weekly jobs and such are getting over. In fact, a whole other large ship seems to have docked down here, and there are, in fact, this big crew of people seems to have been sort of kind of leaving and disembarking from the ship and making their way dispersing out into the dock ward. So it's getting to be a pretty raucous area of town. Fortunately, this means that a lot of the brothels and such like that, ladies who normally kind of wait inside for business are actually out in the streets now, sort of looking, trying to bring in business. So,
Or I've got a window shop.
Ordath definitely gets even more education in the wonders of boobies and other things as you guys are headed down into the dock
We
ward.
just hear Ordath.
Zavroski fetches out his pirate's hat and hands it to Ordath and be like, "Here, you want
No!
to look the part
Don't
in this
take
area?"
him.
And he whispers to him, "If you want, you can use it to shield your eyes if you're so embarrassed."
he takes that very quickly and
All right. And that's cool. So as you go through the streets, you actually don't specifically see it, but you hear a lot of, "Oh, who wants to play pirate? Hey, big guy." And this girl,
he
And this pair of women actually run
regrets
over.
the decision of taking that.
Zavroski's laughing
I want a
at all.
shirt that says "Who wants to play pirate?"
I see somebody who wants to play pirate.
Come and get this booty.
Yarr.
Yar. I'm going to plunder your booty. Yeah, so you guys hear all the jokes and get all the attention as you go by. Ardath is sort of in turns. People are like, "Whoa, what the?" and "Oh, what the?" It gets a lot of reactions going a lot of different ways from there. But you can eventually ask around and find your way to the Pickled Fisherman. This is actually a bar that's right near the water, right across the street from the water by one of the docks, and it is. Not full, but crowded. It is a crowded bar. It reeks of, in fact, this whole area, especially here along the water, reeks of fish. And as you're in there, the place there is a bad minstrel playing. Where's my bad minstrel song?
Well, thankfully, Ordoth is 9 feet tall, so he can just look at the hair and just grab all the gingers.
Hello, who are you?
Just pick him up. Are you Dasha? No. Whew. Just throw him across the room.
Why are we eating halflings everywhere?
Whatever.
When you find halflings, you eat them.
That's fair.
That's what you do,
isn't
right?
that law in Waterdeep?
if you find a halfling, you must eat it across.
All halflings must be yeeted once a day.
Failure to yeet is 3 dragons.
I think
All right.
It's how they fuel their luck.
Oh, and one thing you notice about this place is that even with the crowds, there are it is crowded, but there are sort of 2 distinct kind of crowds in here. There are fishermen, people who seem to be sailors visiting, and they take up several of the tables. This place isn't very big, But a lot of the council here are actually halflings. This seems to be a big halfling place. So you were guessing that the probably the part of this place that are the halflings are probably the locals. The humans and others that are in here are probably more of the visitors who are checking this place out. As you walk in, no one really pays any attention to you because there's just so much going on in the place.
So yeah, I'm gonna do that. I'm just gonna start scanning heads for red hair.
I mean, halflings come up to like what? Our knee.
Yeah.
His shin.
Yeah. Halflings come up to like Elona's mid thigh, and Ordat's like knee.
Yeah. So then he's just gonna start kind of just wading through the crowd, hoping he doesn't step on one, and then looking down.
All right. None really stick out. There are nobody in here that seems to meet that you can see, at least, that seems to meet the description of this halfling. There are many halflings, but none seem to meet the description that you were given for Dasher.
What's the name of the guy that we're looking for?
Dasher Snow Beetle.
Dasher.
No, I was asking Ordat. Thank you.
Oh, sorry.
He was
Dasher.
he was RPing.
My bad.
You know the rule.
No,
Minus 5 XP for me.
Dasher, I believe.
Actually, well, why don't we just ask around for him instead of looking for somebody? we've
Ordolph
never
will
seen
take
before?
a deep breath, put his hands up in cone, and just Dasher.
Zavroski backs away to be not next to the guy that's shouting Dasher.
Can Jake make a perception check to see if anybody people are gonna look, but does somebody look
And like try to
specifically,
scamper away.
Yeah, yes, you can. Yes, you can make a perception check, Jake.
just looking for anybody that looks like they might be responding to that name? That's an 18.
All right. Most of the, probably half of the bar at least completely ignores you. The other half of the bar takes some notice. Mostly, looks of what is this big moron doing? A percentage of those people are like, what a big moron. Like, wow, I've never seen such a big, not like that you're moronic. Not that your level of moron is high, but that you are just a big, physically huge moron. Jake, you do notice in the back, sort of in the back right side, there's a table in the back, and there are a few halflings over there that kind of look over there and actually raise some eyebrows, but don't seem to. They don't say anything.
They reacted.
then-
They reacted a little differently then.
Yeah, they. Yes.
Jake will feed Ordat the elbow and be like, I think those are the halflings you might be looking for, my friend.
So he's gonna look over there, and he's gonna put his hand to his throat, and you're gonna see a little glow, and he's gonna cast thaumaturgy to get their attention.
God damn it,
And he's
Ordat.
gonna
When I see this, I'm going to the bar and pretending I don't know Ordat.
Wait, what did you say?
and then he's gonna start walking over there.
He yelled Dasher again, but
Oh.
thaumaturgy.
Thaumaturgy Dasher.
All right, so the whole bar kind of stops at this point, and the you start to walk over there, and a halfling actually behind the bar jumps up on the bar, and he sort of puts out he has this kind of club he's holding in his hand. He puts out the club and he kind of pokes in the chest. He's like, "Hey, you. We're not looking for all this trouble here. Get out of here.
I am just looking for someone.
You are causing a
trouble.
disturbance. You're disrupting the entire bar. Look at everybody around here. Look at the scene you've made." And at this point, basically all eyes on the bar are on you two. He's like, "We don't need this trouble. Not when we're this busy. Get out of here. You and your buddies here. Get on out of here."
I mean,
Look.
technically, I didn't do anything. Do I have to leave?
Well, he's just talking to him. He's
You
Look,
re-
I
you
don't want to
referenced
cause
us.
any trouble. I am just looking for someone. I don't see him here. I will definitely leave. I will look somewhere else. I apologize. And as he walks away, he'll kind of look like as he passes Jake, he'll kind of like give him a look, like look, see if you can find him. And then he's gonna walk out and stand outside, and then immediately regret standing outside because I'm pretty sure
Oh,
he
the
is
lovely
spotted
ladies.
again. Yeah.
All right. He kind of looks around, and he looks at in fact, Elona, who's at the bar. He's like, "You other big one, weren't you? Did you come in here with him?"
Are you about to be really racist because I'm tall? Is that what's happening right now?
I thought you guys came in together. No.
We walked in at the same time. I'm sorry that I managed to be here at the same time as another individual.
Oh, you're not one of his friends.
Drinks here or not?
Oh, no. It's fine. We're just not looking for any trouble here. We're just not looking for any trouble here. We like
Well,
talls.
it sounds like you want to start trouble is really what's happening here because you're calling me out just because I'm tall?
No.
That's what I thought.
Called you out because you came in with him.
You didn't call out anyone else who came in at the same time.
Oh,
Only
yeah.
the
Who else?
Tall one.
Who else?
Only the tall one.
Well, you're noticeable.
I see how this is. If anything, I deserve a free drink for my troubles.
One of the guys at the bar actually says, "Hey, baby, I'll buy you a drink. Come over and sit here by Bob. Come on."
Oh no.
He's got you covered.
I don't. No.
It's Bob Bobson.
Goddamn.
This is actually Bob's father. No.
No, I meant like a free drink from this guy who's like trying to start a fight with someone who's way taller than him. I don't mean like a free drink from a creepy dude who, yeah. No.
Oh, yeah, fine. You know what? Yeah. Actually, let me roll me an intimidation check, Elona.
Sure. No, 10.
Yeah, he's like, well, tell you what, I'll let you stay here. My mistake. Sorry, I thought I saw you guys come in together. So fine.
Next time, don't judge people on their height, okay? That's all I'm asking, shorty, okay? How do you like it? Exactly.
Yeah. Antonetta, where are you? And you see there's this halfling lady. She's running around. She's got these drinks, and she gets like frazzled. She's like, look at her. She instantly has the look of a server who is so far in the weeds she can't even see the restaurant she's in anymore. She's like, yeah. She's like, this tallie here needs a drink. Well, help her out, would you? Yeah, I'll be right there. Here, you've got, and she goes about. She's like, be right there, honey. All right, so
You did. You belittled a service worker now.
Oh no.
I'm a Karen, I'm so sorry.
Yeah. While
Hurry
this
there,
is going
Karen.
on, Ordolph is going to go around. He's going to try and go around the back, see if there's another entrance or see if there's anything fishy going on. Since he did just yell someone's name extremely loud, they might like freak out and try and run. So he wants to go around to see if maybe there's a back area or.
Yeah, in this particular place, these buildings are actually crammed up next to each other. There isn't even an alley between this building and the street behind it. So there isn't one. You could like go around the street around it, and there would be other buildings, but these are all different, at least from the outside, other different places. There are at least several, a couple more brothels you pass by, a couple of shops. There's even a flower shop, of all things, that's actually down here, right around the corner from the bar that you guys were in.
I love some flowers.
All right, in the bar, anybody doing anything of note?
Jake would be approaching that table of halflings that he knows we're kind of standing out if they have not left.
If Cole sees Jake headed in that direction, he's gonna follow.
All right.
Zavroski will be a couple, I don't know, 5-10 feet away from wherever they are.
Far enough away that we can't embarrass him like Ordolph just did.
Yeah,
We'll
exactly.
be watching from the bar, and then she'll buy Zav a drink and slide it down his way. He embarrassed Ordath. She appreciated it.
Is this the drink?
It's not even spiked like last time.
So these as you guys get back there actually is this one table. It's sort of like in the back of the place, and it's this table not set off by itself, but definitely like this little nook in the back. There are a trio of rough looking halflings back there. They sort of sit underneath this thick cloud of pipe smoke as they're all sitting back there eating and smoking. They're wearing silk vests, tailored pants. They seem to be well dressed, especially for this establishment. They have gaudy jewelry, but their scarred faces and hardened eyes sort of belie their appearance, and you get the sense that these are like no soft-handed dandies. These guys have seen their share of stuff in the world.
They've been through the rough and tumble.
Perhaps, you know. And as you kind of get up, they kind of look at you, sort of eye you, and then sort of like almost purposely dismiss you. They sort of like, they just kind of like go back to what they were talking about, laughing and joking. In fact, one of these guys is sort of, as they're laughing, he sort of laughs. And it's sort of almost like this sort of detached disdain as you come up, whatever. They're not really interested in talking to you.
So Jake will kind of walk up and like lean in on the table, and he'll be like, "Listen, guys, I noticed that when that guy over there was calling out for that Dasher guy, that you guys seem to know what was up. Anything you want to tell me?"
Tell you? Who? Yeah, like really, and like, wait, do we even know you? I don't think do we know any? I don't think I'm friends with any humans. No, I don't think we know your friend.
It doesn't matter if we're friends. You're friends with Dasher, the guy that the big guy over there was looking for, and I think you might have some information and maybe help him out. I mean, I could easily line your pockets with a few dragons if that's what needs to be done.
And they're the two sort of, they all kind of pause, and you notice like the two of them kind of look at that one guy, not obviously, but just sort of like take a glance at him as they sort of just puff their pipes and look at you, and he kind of looks at you. He's like, "Now, I'm not saying I know this guy, but if I did happen to know this person, I know I'd be wondering who was asking for him and why."
Well, I'm asking for him, and the why you don't need to know if I slip you a few dragons. Maybe a son or two.
And the other two kind of look at him again. He's like, "I'm not sure we're interested in your coin, friend."
Well, I'm interested in information. So what is it that you need from me so that we can help each other?
Help each other? I'm not sure. I don't even think we've met. Who are you, and why are you here at my table asking about Dasher, who I may or may not even know?
My name is Grant Ferguson. Is Cole standing right beside me?
Yeah.
And this is my buddy Jimmy Schmidt.
Grant
Hello.
and Jimmy. Yeah. And what's your relation to this supposed Dasher person?
I have no relation to him, but that big guy seemed to be related to him, and I thought I'd try and get on the big guy's side and help him out because I noticed that you guys were taking notice to him calling out to this Dasher's name. I'm gonna be honest with you, I didn't even heard about this Dasher before, but I'm always looking for work. I'm always looking to make some coin. Me and my friend Jimmy here, we always need that money. You know what's going on. And so I thought maybe if we helped out this big guy, he looked like he might have some money. Maybe you could help us out and give us that information on Dasher that you're obviously holding on to. That you got fat. I'm not gonna lie to you guys. Listen. I don't want to offend you or anything, but your poker faces could use a little bit of work.
Imagine that. Atali talking down to us, telling us how we need to improve ourselves. You boys ever heard that before? They look at each other.
Totally.
They kind of
Let me beat him
groan.
up. Let me beat him up.
Like,
And then
good.
Cole will touch his finger to his temple, activating the wand of detect magic, so his eyes flare up,
Magic eyes.
and he's gonna lean in. Friends, we just want a bit of information. Don't make it so difficult. We're willing to pay you. And try to intimidate them.
All right, roll it up.
Magic eyes.
I'll give you advantage since Jake. Yeah, I don't care.
Jake's a Tolly talking down to him.
Yeah. Jake. Well,
I'm just
but
trying to
Jake's.
give them tips on the fact that their poker faces are showing, and that's
All right.
how he knew they knew about Dasher.
Yeah, you Tolly.
Tolly. All right.
Hey, you're tallier than I am.
So tall.
24.
All right.
Jesus Christ.
He kind of pauses a moment. He's like, "That's a cool trick, friend. I've seen better, but not a bad trick.
Let me beat him up.
Tell you what. We
That
may-
is only the surface, friend.
It may be the case that we know about this guy. And if there's some coin to be made, looks at his friends. Well, we're in the business of making coins where we can. I think maybe we can come up to a mutually beneficial agreement. Don't you, friends?" And they can look at him. He's like, "All right, tell you what. This isn't really the place, though, to conduct this type of business out here in public. Tell you what, meet me at what's this place?
This place.
Yep.
Back alley.
No, meet. Yes, well, yes. He's like, still though, I don't know how much I trust you. So we might want to do this at a public place, but maybe when things aren't quite so crowded. Tell you what, why don't you meet me at the lady's statue at midnight?
I mean, I'm fine with that. If you're fine with that, Jimmy.
That way, we'll give the crowds a chance to go away. We'll and then we can meet and we can talk business. What do you say?
Okay. Who do we have the pleasure of doing business with?
Oh,
You know our names.
I am. The hell's my name?
Bob.
No.
Bob, Job, and Mob.
I'm Alton. Alton Toscobble at your service.
That's a fine name, Alton. That's one of my personal favorite names in the world. I'm not going to lie to you.
I've thought so my whole life. In fact, he takes a proud puff of his pipe. I like the way you do business. I wasn't really sure about you there for a minute, Tolly, but your friend with the cool eyes here and your scent for making coin, I like it. So what does this guy need with Dasher? Not that I know Dasher necessarily, but...
Well, I mean, again, we know you know Dasher. That's beyond a shadow of a doubt at this point, but we don't even know. I was hoping I could get this information for you and then go find the guy. He left, obviously. He got kicked out. But I was hoping to go find the guy and maybe get some work for him. If I have the information on Dasher, then he's not looking for you. He's looking for me. And I can bring that information to him, and then you don't have to worry about it.
Yeah. Well, fair enough. If you want to... But if he's got the coin... Oh, wait, so who's got the coin here? How are we getting paid? Who's paying us for this now? Are you paying us or is he paying us?
I said I would gladly pay you for the information, my friend. I've made that very
All right.
clear.
Shh. We don't need to alert the whole world here. You know this is the dock ward and there's lots of ears around. You just simmer down now. We don't need to be telling everybody about all of this. All right, well then, yeah, let's do that. Let's meet at midnight at the lady statue, and we'll settle our business. We'll let you know what we know about Dasher and see how much that's worth to you. Make sure you bring your coin, friend.
We will see you there.
All right. See ya, Tallies.
Later.
And they
shorties.
sort of dismiss you as you they seem very dismissive as you leave. Tolly's always coming in here. Damn, all these humans. What's it take to run a decent halfling bar? Nah. And you guys walk away. All right. The
Angry short person. Where do I know that from?
Okay. So now we have a meeting time with these guys, right?
Yep. And you guys, in fact, know the lady statue. It's actually sort of a rather famous. It's in kind of an open area down in the dock ward. It's a bronze statue. It depicts a human woman named Midnight before she became the goddess of magic, Mistra, more than a century ago. It's sort of like kind of tucked away in a kind of square in between tall warehouses. It's honestly, given your backgrounds, you've probably had a meeting or two here in your time. It's kind of a popular meeting spot for the ward's sort of seedy inhabitants. In fact, you often will even refer to it as a meeting at midnight. If somebody says, "Hey, we're meeting at midnight," that's sort of the term for where we're going to meet at this place. So it's kind of a known commodity for you, this area.
So this bar has some wealthy people in it, right? They're well dressed, like maybe not nobles, but like they look well dressed. You can tell a well dressed person from a person who's kind of just a sailor.
These guys that you were just talking to are probably
just generally in the bar because it's a crowded bar. But we already know they were well dressed and they looked like they were a little bit well off, more well.
Well, their dressing seemed more sort of gaudy than like they for you especially.
Who dresses gaudier than the rich? I mean, really.
Right, but these guys were like
Factors.
yeah, these guys were
That's
more
what I'm
gaudy.
saying.
Yeah, these guys are more gaudy than like affluent, right? They gave the sense of someone trying to show they have money rather than someone who
They're
generally.
wearing costume jewelry as opposed
Right.
to.
Yeah, exactly.
Their
Okay,
necks
so
are
I'm
green.
looking at the actual general crowd and looking for people specifically where, like, does it
Not
say
in
those
this crowd.
people? No, these are all lower class
These are
people?
basically there's some halflings here, but there's no money in this place. This is all like dock workers and some sailors who happen. The sailors probably have the most money, but they're certainly not, people with actual real money.
I
They're
can't pickpocket these people.
I mean, that's yeah.
I can't. Like Jake wouldn't morally.
Yeah,
like, I'm looking for people who are a
the
little bit
sailors
more
certainly. This is like sort of the first day of leave. They probably have pockets full of money begging to be picked, but yeah, sailors don't.
That's not Jake's. That's not Jake's grind. I'll steal from the rich.
Right on. Oh, I like that. Oh man,
And give to himself.
I'll steal from the rich and pay for our misdeeds. Is what I was
I'm
thinking.
Robin Jake. All right, so so it is still just the second half. It's late in the afternoon. Anything before the meeting tonight? Anybody got any plan? Or you guys do it? Or what's the? I'm sorry. You tell me. What's the?
Should we
Well,
go rescue Ordaf from the hookers?
Yeah, I was thinking we would gather up the rest of the group from the bar, kind of give a look as we're kind of walking out, and like that, like it's time to we got.
I'll
what we
wait like a
need.
minute before they leave, like after they leave, before I leave.
Sure. By the time you come out, Elona and Zavroski, you can make your way out at some point as well. You guys come up on a pretty fun sight. They. As you turn the corner looking for your friends, you see that Jake and Cole are actually sitting on a corner, sort of looking at each other, snickering and laughing. And out, kind of in the corner where two streets meet, is Ordath, and he has been basically thoroughly surrounded by naked men and women, and they have all sort of figured out
Dear
that
God.
he doesn't like this at all, and he's sort of almost kind of cringing, trying
He's
to
the
see
biggest person there, and he's
as
like,
they have this sort of roughly circular shape of about 8 people or so that are sort of just sitting there and reaching in and caressing him lightly, which he flinches and trying to
go
get him to
save
get
him?
some kind of glimpse. And Jake and Cole seem to be enjoying this immensely.
Give it at least one more minute, please.
Okay,
All right.
1 minute. And
I'm
then
gonna
I'll go
cast.
save them. 1 minute. And
I'm gonna
I'll-
cast Thunder Wave. No, I'm just playing.
Yeah, Ordath did everything he could to try to.
Kills everybody around him.
He did everything he could to try to avoid it, but as they realized it, they sort of zeroed him in, and they've kind of circled him. But yeah, he's just trying to.
He's just got boobies shaking in his face
He
and
is.
helicopters hanging
He's-
around.
He's tapping his
After
heels.
a minute of watching, Elona will go over and like shoot the crowd away. Be like, fucking, can't you tell he doesn't like this? Move. Move along.
You see, as you move them about, he's actually tapping his heels. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. There's no place like home. When does this work?
Okay, I'm gonna let you know right now, if your biggest downfall is naked people, you need to get over that. Just gonna point that, like, that's a really bad weakness to have in battle.
It's not a weakness. I'm
Are
just.
you do you want me to leave and let them come back? Cause I can't. I'll
No,
call them back.
Oh, no!
man.
Let's go.
No, what is it? What is it? Is
What?
it a weakness?
It's weakness. Weakness. Yes,
One
weakness.
more time. Your
Weakness. It's a weakness.
Okay, that's what
It's a
I thought.
weakness.
All right, we're good.
I can shore up that weakness for you, honey. You come over here. Give me 10 minutes. You'll be.
Stop it! Knock it out!
But look at him.
Bad cat.
Spray bottle.
Boo. Boo. You get some
Jake,
booze,
if you
Elona.
ever heard that,
Boo.
that's a conversation that she's made you do too. Which is that what was that weakness? Is that what you're weak? It's a conversation we've had.
And that's why he doesn't need it anymore.
Yeah, except with Jake, it was like his arm was twisted up behind him. He was like, ah! You're like,
That's
he's,
fair. We were playing
cracking.
Uncle in that
Yeah,
situation.
he's like
Not
the
just
sinews in
hookers.
his arm are cracking and groaning as his like.
My arm's not supposed to twist that way, Elona.
Ah, it is now.
Yeah.
I'm making you double jointed.
And that's why I'm so flexible now.
You're welcome. The prostitutes can thank me for how limber you are.
Oh,
Alright, we going back? What are we doing?
We have a meeting tonight.
Why tonight? Why not now?
Because
Because
halflings
he's
are dicks, apparently.
yeah, he was not wanting
Yeah, I
to
got
be
that
forced
just from
with.
the guy at the bar. Jesus.
So we're either walking into a
Hey, baby.
ambush
Hey, babe. Love you.
or being stood up?
Well, then why don't you two go and I'll stand in the shadows, ready to punch someone in the face.
I don't think.
And
they're gonna-
Zavroski can walk around like a pirate, because apparently no one suspects him when he looks like a pirate.
Fit in with the area. Why wouldn't you walk along like a pirate?
What do you mean?
Just
That's
because
not
you've
the
seen
repeat.
me in my regular clothes doesn't mean any of these other people will know it's me.
I'm just saying, walking around like a pirate, it's a little ridiculous, is all I'm
Not in
saying.
the dock wards. It kind of like
It fits.
mixes in the dock wards. I'm not gonna lie. There's all sorts of guys. Look, that guy kind of looks like a pirate right there. He's dressed almost exactly like Zavroski was dressed. the
That
other
guy
day.
has a peg leg right there.
Yeah, he
but
also
I
has.
think he actually has a peg leg. I don't think it's like a fake leg. Go kick
And
it
that's
out.
why it's called
Go
disguise.
Go kick it out. I want to see if it's real. I'll give you a dragon. Go kick it out from underneath him.
I am not going to kick a
I'm not gonna beat up a
disabled
cripple.
person
Yeah.
Wow, you're boring.
prosthetic.
Wow, you're
That's-
boring.
That's terrible.
Yeah, boring.
That's rude, man. Downright rude.
Plus,
Jeez.
a single dragon. Come on.
To kick a cripple,
I
I'm gonna
don't
need
know what else you
at
want.
least a
What
son.
would you want from me? All I have is money.
I'm
Roy,
Yeah, man.
refusing
I
to
sent
answer
you a
that.
DM.
Oh, where? In the...
Ooh, ooh.
Hello, slip into them, baby.
You're my-
Wait.
you're my
What's
DM,
wrong
huh,
with
baby?
mid D&D nudes? Is there an issue with that?
When
Yeah,
did
you're
you
not
take
sending them to me.
What do you mean? We had a break.
Oh.
I took them during the break.
Shit,
All right.
We had a couple of minutes. It was good.
It's a 30-second video of just a helicopter.
Yeah.
All right, you nerds. All
going
right.
back to our bar. What are we doing?
All right. So, anybody doing anything of interest in the interim? Till midnight. You got several hours till
I don't think we
midnight.
have anything to do.
All right.
Just,
I have something I'd like to do.
Ilona.
Oh, no.
Uh-oh.
I
Uh-oh.
want to go get that plate back.
Oh, Lord.
You don't have time.
I am...
Not,
I don't have
well,
time,
actually
damn
several
it.
hours. I mean,
I don't have to RP it. I just want to roll for it.
Ordoth is heading back to the Spirits of the Hydra.
all
I
right.
just want that plate back.
All right.
I'll
Ordath
do it tomorrow.
excuses himself and heads back to Spirits of the Hydra.
Or not. Hey, where are you going?
With
This was all
gusto.
about you, bro. You just
Yeah,
gonna walk
I
off?
just... we can come back. I just need to... I need to
It
go
gets
back.
worse
What,
for a
you
at
minute.
think
night.
it's gonna get better the
Yeah,
darker
it
it gets
gets
out?
worse.
Come on, dude.
It gets
You're
much
still-
worse the darker it is.
You're still going to have to walk through the gauntlet, my friend.
You better if we find a bar that's a little bit more low key, that's by the statue of the lady, then we can hang
We'll
out
just
there.
have a few drinks.
We'll have a
Hang
few
on.
drinks,
So,
we're good.
okay, how far is the bar from... How far is the Spirits from this area?
It's a solid hour, like making your way up through the crowds, through the streets of Waterdeep. You guys are on like the bottom, and Spirits of the Hydra is like the
Middle.
north ward. So,
And midnight's when shit really
Even
starts
further.
popping off. So I
Yeah.
mean,
Right.
It's
like if
gonna
you
be a
know
lot of
anything,
fun.
you don't even go out until 11.
So what time is it right now?
oh, it's like late afternoon. You guys have, you know,
Okay.
a few hours
All right,
until
so-
even sunset, and then midnight will be a few hours after that.
All right,
so-
perfect. So then Ordoth will be like, okay, we can definitely find a bar. Let me just grab something from my stuff, and I will be right back. And he's gonna head to the Spirits and then come back.
Okay.
I
It's
think
like
the
2 hours
best
later.
thing for Ordath, best thing for Ordath is if we all just walk around the bar naked, so he gets used to it.
Oh man.
Now you're gonna be
Just that
full-blood.
anime nosebleeds.
I mean, technically, Jake takes off his jacket and he's half naked already. So
Yeah, you're already.
he's already on his way there.
All right.
Just
So,
one more transformation from Donald ducking
pelt,
it.
By the way, because if you haven't given Elona back her wolf pelt, she's gonna ask for it.
Oh.
Jake, give me my wolf pelt back.
Pretty sure I left that back at
yeah, that's, yeah.
You
Spirits of the
left
Hydra.
my wolf pelt?
at the
It's
Spirits of the
stiff.
Hydra. It was in my satchel.
It was well used in the night, though. Don't worry. It was some interesting thing. It
I
provided
just
some
wanna
interesting.
Make it into a cloak.
You're gonna want to take it to
Yeah, you don't want to make that into a cloak. The priest.
What did you do to it?
It's not that I did something to it. It's just that it was
Do
around.
something on it.
Yeah. Listen, all I'm gonna say is the fur was super soft.
It's not anymore. Kind of
Like I said
spiky.
was.
You
Past
owe
that.
me a
When
new
was it
wolf.
tanned?
You owe me a new wolf pelt? Because I don't want that one now.
Magic cleans off all kinds of things.
There you go. You just,
Not
you
those-
just had
not
that
those
thing.
kind of
You
thing.
want to clean it off?
Vegetation.
Do you
Wait.
want to fix it?
I think Bees
Need
is
like
right.
a level 8 prestidigitation
Yeah,
to
this
do
is
that.
and a priest. This requires definitely
It's
some
never gonna be clean.
priestly intervention.
There's demons in there. There's a lot of demons in there now.
Cantrips ain't gonna
Well,
clean this.
I could make it look clean.
But it'll never be clean.
Clean.
All right, so hours go by. You guys hang out in a bar for hours. In fact, a couple hours go by, and you're like, somebody realizes finally that Bees has completely disappeared. Sometime
Changed
after that.
names too. Weird.
Yeah, crazy.
Oh, that has completely disappeared. Look, you guys are like the same for me at this point, man. Your names and your characters, it's like but he does come back after some time. You guys have some dinner in this place. So you guys are in this bar for several like hours and hours. And I'm curious because if I were hanging out in a bar for hours and hours, I would not be in tip-top fighting shape. Let me say that. So I'm curious.
Zavroski would offer to play for the bar for food and stuff like that for the group.
I definitely feel like I could milk a picture for a few hours.
You can. I'm just curious if you all are just going to sort of,
No, we're not party drinking.
Okay.
No, it's not party time. It's chilling and just kind of relaxing with friends at the bar kind of night.
Okay. So the night goes by. Zavroski does some playing. You guys do some hanging out, and it comes up where 12 or the 11 and a half bell rings, and you guys. It's about that time.
Did Ordath show up?
Oh yeah, he's been back. He came back. It took him, maybe the better part of a couple of hours while he was gone, but he did actually come back, and now he's here. So you guys have been hanging out. So you guys have hours of hanging out and chit-chatting as you like. But the time has come. Oops.
Playing ale pong?
Ordoth has drank a decent amount. He is not drunk, but he is not sober.
I mean, you're 9
Ooh.
foot tall. You can drink quite a bit.
Yeah. Oh, that's why he's been drinking quite a bit.
He's got like 7 or 8 casks of
Instead of
whiskey
Edward 40
inside him.
hands, it's Edward Cask hands. He just takes it to his head.
We're cans. Must forget the things I've seen today.
Good old eye bleach.
So you... Okay, so you guys are going to go meet them at the appointed time? At the maiden, not the maiden, the lady, what's it called? What did I say that was called? Lady statue.
Statue.
The lady
Yeah.
statue.
All right.
I'm gonna not be
So-
directly with those two. I'm gonna be like 20 feet.
Yeah,
I'm gonna be in the shadows somewhere.
During that time, we should discuss who's showing up and where's Ordath gonna be, because I'm assuming you guys tell us that you used fake names and
Oh yeah, definitely.
That-
Fill in
yeah,
all the
yeah, yeah.
details.
that you're not
Yeah.
actually friends with Ordath. So
Yeah. Oh, that's a good question. That's a good point. So you guys said you were at a bar near that spot. Like, give me some sense of what near that spot means? A place that can see the spot.
The closest bar to we were gonna go there at midnight. We just want to be close to it.
So
we
a
have to
bar
walk
around
through
the area.
crowds. Yeah.
Okay, sure. That's easy. Yeah, there's many to
Within
choose
5
from.
to 10 minute walk if possible.
5 minutes.
I mean that's more. I mean if there's a bar closer, I'm just being.
Oh yeah, this place is like sort of downtown New Orleans. I don't know if you guys have ever been to downtown
I was
New
about
Orleans,
to say
but
we're not in New Orleans here, so it's not.
Yeah,
like a bar.
this-
It's
but this-
a bar
not
every
like
5
every
feet.
other business is a bar here.
no, down here it kind of is. Like this is a
Bar brothel, bar
yeah,
brothel, bar
this
brothel
area of
tavern.
town specifically caters to dock workers, those support groups, service industry people, and of course sailors. Right? This is the the dock ward for a reason, because there is just constant flow of tourist people, sailors, etc., in and out of this place. So this is sort of like a whole industry, a whole area of town that's built around just catering to tourists, people who don't live here. They're in and out. So there is obviously a local group that lives here. But yeah, this is kind of like, very similar to New Orleans. Downtown New Orleans is actually very similar to that, right? We cater strongly. So there's lots of taverns, lots of places to eat, lots of places to drink, lots of places to stay, brothels, those kinds of things. Not that we have brothels in New Orleans officially, but if we did,
Either.
That's what it'd be there. Yeah. So you can definitely have a place, right around the corner. And again, this is a place you're sort of familiar with. So you could kind of pick a place, kind of right around the corner from there if you'd like, or however you want to do that. So that's fine. So you can be close, but out of sight of the place. Easy. So what's the plan?
As familiar as Cole and Jake are with this area, specifically this meeting spot, would we know good vantage points to put the rest of our team where they won't be noticed?
Put me up on the roof somewhere. Like I'll be
they've
up
got-
on a roof of a building.
Sure. There's buildings all around. You could definitely do a roof. You could do, there's several.
I was like the drunk pirate. I could just have my pirate costume on,
All right.
little bottle in my hand, and I'll be nearby.
Put me
So
up on the roof.
Zavroski's going to be a drunk pirate. Elona's going to be on a nearby rooftop overlooking the statue.
And I think Ardath should be right next to Elona.
On the
On
that
roof.
Okay, it's still
Hang
That's
on,
a strong
I can jump
roof.
safely from this roof and not get hurt. That's why I said put me on a roof.
I was gonna say I don't know exactly where I should be, but
Yeah.
I mean,
Most of the places here, this
'cause
is,
I don't think I should be like right there with them. Like,
No,
hi
no.
guys,
Hello.
surprise, motherfucker.
or I guess you
No.
could be. I mean, well, I don't know what story you're going to give them, but you guys had.
His big ass is standing behind a pole, like,
Yeah. So,
Drunk as hell.
all right. So yeah, and so
See
all
me.
right.
most of the buildings.
you can't see me. I
Most-
can't see myself, so you can't see me.
Unless
I'm
I cross
hidden.
my eyes and you're not crossing your eyes.
Most of the buildings in this area are 2 or 3 story buildings. The very, very standard thing here is a business on the bottom, tavern, etc., and then a living place on the top. And it's very common, of course, that there are taverns/inns here as well. So almost every building in this area is a 2 or 3 story building. So consider that when you're talking, like you said, being on the roof, you're going to be 15 to 30 feet off the ground, depending on which building you decide to be on. And you can choose how high. There's a lot of buildings in this area. So
25 feet max.
okay, sure. 24 and a half feet off the ground.
25 feet max is
All right.
where I'm going for
Tim,
snowfall.
let's
Second floor.
all right, so Ordath, what are you doing with Ordath? Is he gonna be part of your story, or is he gonna?
No, I'm gonna be up on the roof, drunk, staying away from hookers.
He can be
That's
with me. We'll be on the
safe.
roof together.
Oh boy, Ordath is gonna die.
I'll
Okay.
watch him. I'll watch him.
He's gonna fall through the roof.
He'll risk the fall to not have to be swarmed by those sharks again.
Yeah. How?
Let's just be fair. A 25-foot drop for Ordath is only 12 feet.
That's
Yeah.
fair. It's
Yeah.
fair.
He'll just hang on to the roof and then let go.
Hang and drop.
Okay.
Hang and drop.
And how heavy are you, Ordath? Just out of curiosity, because it's not like these are like
Heavy as hell.
these aren't like concrete buildings. These are wooden structures with just full
I'm
disclosure.
not that heavy.
He's
I'm
just gonna pull the
only-
siding off and fall back.
Oh shit! I never put a weight.
All right.
I'm pretty heavy, so I want to say maybe like almost 300 pounds.
Oh, okay.
Maybe
Okay.
a little
Yeah.
over.
That's no big deal. Okay, fine. Okay, so you and Elona are hiding.
Alona
on-
is almost as heavy as you.
He's got to be.
Well, I don't know weight,
He's
so I get.
solid muscle.
He's got to
Yeah.
be closer to 4.
Yeah,
Yeah,
probably 400 pounds then. Yeah,
Because he's what, 9 feet tall?
Yeah,
and he's
he's
a
9'1".
big boy.
yeah.
Yeah.
It says
You're
Goliaths
right.
are
He's
usually
he's not fat and he's not skinny. He is
Yeah, wait.
stacked.
John, how much do glass usually weigh?
280 to 340.
Oh, so 3.
Yeah,
Yeah.
closer to 400.
Lean. No, that's
Yeah,
He's
yeah.
9
So about
feet tall.
yeah.
well.
So I'd say about 380, 390.
Well, there
he's
you are. So he is a big
he
boy.
preaches to the Swoley Bible, so he's yeah.
Hallelujah.
He's a swollen boy. All right. So you guys. Okay. So you guys do. You guys actually, or the two of you, come out around. As the midnight bells ring, and this is the last bells in the city that ring, the midnight bells. The midnight bells ring, and you guys take that as your cue to walk out. You kind of walk around the block, saunter out, and sure enough, at the statue is the guy. Oh, what the hell did I say his name was? Alton. Alton is standing at the statue, and he, as you come up, he looks at you and he's like, well, how about that? Seems I owe Roscoe 5 gold dragons. You really
Wait, you thought
was.
we weren't going to show up?
You really was dumb enough to show up. Well, now that you're here, let me tell you how this is going to go. You see,
You can
Wheeze.
try.
Yeah.
You see,
I'm interested.
Great
You piqued my interest.
can I give my
It's a
spiel?
reprieve.
Can I give my spiel?
Go ahead.
He glances over his. Oh, I'm sorry. Let's see. Maybe a performance check, Zavroski.
Oh no, making the
Yeah.
bard do a performance check.
Oh yeah,
Oh,
he's
nice.
If he
performing,
rolls
man.
a 1, he's gonna get a 20 anyway.
Oh,
Still
let's see
does
what
terrible,
let's see
but-
what I roll. Let's see. I'm just gonna roll it and then yeah.
Okay.
He glances
You're
over
okay.
briefly. He's like, he's like, so look, we's the Shard Shunners, and we run these here streets. He kind of looks around. Dasher's with us now by his own choice, mind you, but he's one of us, and we ain't much liking that you're running around asking questions about one of our own. In fact, I've half a mind to stick some holes in you and silence you both for good. So,
Cole will, at that,
If-
him saying that, Cole will summon his sword in his hand. I would like to see.
well,
that.
just as a sort of meta game thing, if you like take a action like drawing a weapon, that's sort of
It disappears. I can make it disappear.
right. But
I
I'm
never
saying,
had a sword.
But what I'm saying is, if you do something like that, then that's like a sort of action that
He's
would.
threatening to stab us.
I mean, all I'm only telling you that that's going to start an initiative, like drawing a weapon, casting a spell. Probably
Is
going to
that
be.
not where we're headed?
It's probably
That's
where
fine.
we're headed.
All right, fine. Tell you what, we're gonna take a break. We're gonna let all the emotions cool down. Nobody's trying to get anybody killed here.
No, we are.
Well, probably.
I'm gonna make some mini thug salsa.
And when we
Remember, we
get
are
you-
out in public like right now.
Cole,
too.
why do you think I'm 25 feet up so I can get a running start to just smash someone's head?
Look, salsa from the air.
that's a tall suplex. Whoa! That's like
Macho
even
Man Randy Savage elbow from the top rope.
that's way
And I
better than a
won't
top
take
rope, baby.
Any fall damage at all.
You're gonna make me figure
I'm
out how that
monk.
works,
I
aren't
won't
you?
take any fall damage.
Right, but you wouldn't do fall damage to someone
That's
else.
fine.
I
That's
think.
fine. I want to just impress everyone with my ability to jump 25 feet and land in front of them.
Oh yeah, super cool. All right, super quick break.
Hero landing.
We're gonna take a real quick break, and then when we get back, we're gonna find out why this one guy, this one halfling, in fact, is bold enough to meet you all by himself. BRB. All right, we're clear.
and
They
banned.
love it.
We're coming straight back. No, I'm not telling the audience about the story of me looking. No, I don't even want to get into that. Okay, so fine.
We're back.
We are indeed back, friends.
Now it's time to kill some midgets.
See,
God damn.
that's the start of this whole thing.
Jeez.
Prejudice in this chat right now.
We're ready.
Let me go get my MAGA hat. Come on, get out of here.
It's okay, they're fantasy midgets. It's all right.
Jeez, you're not making it better.
All right, fine. So, so this guy does. He tells you.
When Cole pulls out his sword, he goes, "We could try that way, or we could actually talk and try and work this out." And then he'll make it disappear.
All right, the guy, he's like, he's unflapped. He's like, the next time I see that, you're gonna be the first one that dies.
Oh, buddy.
So
Buddy.
I'm gonna give
High
you guys.
intensity, nice
I'm gonna
try.
give you. He's actually standing on like the what do you call it? The pedestal of this place. So he's like almost as tall as you guys are. He's like, I'm gonna give you guys 10 seconds to explain to me why I shouldn't end both of you right here, right now. Start talking.
I mean, you
That's
can
easy,
tell
you
all
can't.
your little friends that are hiding to come out already.
Do you really want to start a fight in the streets of Waterdeep? The watch will be upon us in no time, sir.
5, 6, 7, 8.
Jake will grab him by the collar and be like, and
Well,
just
that's
fucking grab
it.
him.
All right, that's gonna be All right, initiative. Fine.
He's
Hey,
counted down.
let's go. Let's
You guys
fight
have
'em.
forced my hand. Forced my hand.
You were forcing our hand first. You
Well,
started.
this
been
guy's his personality is he's blustery
dickhead?
and a jerk. Yes, he's supposed to,
My
So
initiative is garbage.
I just happen to randomly have a map available that might fit this
yeah.
scene.
This is
Just,
Not that I expected.
I was almost prepared for this.
Drunky, how come you got a higher initiative than me? What the fuck?
Not that I expected this. Where's my list of
You're muted,
encounters?
Beast, by the way.
Yeah. Just because he has a higher initiative doesn't mean he's acting
That's fair.
like doing anything important.
On
He's
my
just gonna
initiative,
be
I'm gonna stumble off the top of the
What?
building.
Alona, let me tell you something.
Hey, wait.
Oh
the hell-
god,
think it's
I don't
supposed to
need
go there.
drunk
there.
confessions from Mordath right now. I really don't.
Oh, I totally.
Well,
Hang on.
I don't need drunk confessions from Mordath right now. Last thing Elona needs.
Uh-oh.
Jake, you better know what signal needs to be said in order to get Elona to spring into action. It's a
As soon as
callback.
She's gonna
Aren't
see
you
what
just watching?
what's about to
Bumper
happen.
nickel.
No,
Motherfucker!
thank you.
Caw, mother. That's actually pretty
Now
awesome.
you have time to caca, motherfucker.
Why is it doing this? What the? What
What's
the?
going on?
My encounter is not populating the way I want it to populate. Come on, Fantasy Grounds.
Sorry. Someone have a fun story to tell while we wait for Roy to set things up?
But I set it up, but it's supposed to be.
Okay, I'll rephrase. Does someone have a fun story to tell while we wait for Roy to get good at this?
Oh, that's it. New target.
searches for
I-
treasure here.
Yes. Bring it back.
All right. If you guys would be so kind.
Oh,
Oh,
hello.
hello.
Where rats? Okay.
Let's go. You a big boy. He
This
takes
is
up
not-
like a city block.
Is there grid on this map? It doesn't look like a grid's on the map.
You know what? Every time I think I know what I'm doing with this, hang on.
I mean, the map has grids from it naturally, but I don't think there's fantasy grids for it.
Yeah.
Can someone? I just want someone to make a remix of the Great Bronze Dragon's Elefarn song. I want a trap
Oh.
A
remix.
dubstep song.
That's
I want
why
a trap remix.
I used the wrong tokens. That's why it's all jacked up.
Yeah, you have to drag from the
Nothing
combat
but face
tracker.
and
too.
lasers.
No, but I found some tokens that I thought were halfling tokens. See, the problem with okay, John, you know this. Is there a way to see tokens like? Because when you see tokens, they're like this big. And so I found some tokens that looked like little guys, but it turns out they're not. So how do I get? Can I see them bigger? How do I see the tokens bigger? Is my question.
Never tried to do that.
Yeah,
myself.
I'm gonna figure that out. Sorry.
Most NPCs, you're able to like put an image in their other section and stuff like that. And that's what the monster manual
We're
does.
actually still in the city. I thought we were like at a park or something.
But
No.
no.
We were
No, we're
statue
still in the city proper.
That's why Jack brought up the watch. and
Yeah, in fact, if
devised
you see,
cultural
if you look a
longsword.
little north, you guys see that you're right on the dock. You're like just a couple of houses off the actual water of the dock.
Hello. This is a much bigger map.
Yeah, it's a big map. Well, yeah, I'm just going to use this guy fine. So he's just hanging out here.
Oh, I got a new follower on Instagram. Hey.
Ooh,
Yay.
growing day by day.
Oh. Kristen. I'm trying to get better at promoting my own cosplay Instagram. I'm working on it.
All right, let's see. Well,
Hashtags.
where's the rest of you guys?
I have so many-
Ordath,
I'm
Elona,
disgusting.
Zavroski. Zavroski, where are you in all this? Elona and Ordath.
Well, it would make sense to not be seeming too close.
Yeah, somewhere on the outsides, I would guess.
Would be over here make more sense?
Yeah, sure. That seems very reasonable. Ordath and Elona, you guys can put yourself on whatever roof you want to put yourselves on.
That roof is fine.
Whatever roof looks 25 feet up.
Yeah, which roof is 25 feet up?
That one's sure.
Perfect.
Yeah, like I said,
Perfect.
this-
Then, yeah.
Zavroski is holding on to this lamppost and swaying around it, saying,
Oh, you going full singing in the rain?
Beautiful.
he's right next to that light.
You've been working on a new pole dancing routine.
Yes. Yes, Ev. Yes. Now I have the Great Bronze Dragon Zelopharn stuck in my head.
He searches for treasure near and far.
I just want a trap remix, okay? Is that too much to ask?
Apparently so.
Searches. Just nothing but bass and lasers.
Yeah. Basin lasers. It's the name of my sex tape.
Hey, Icky.
Icky!
Icky's here.
Yay! You're missing the trap remix.
Oh, I'm really not happy about this. Oh, because I got you.
Someone have something to plug? Someone plug something. We have a merch store. Go check out our merch store.
Merch is something
Hope-
that takes place.
Hopefully we'll add more to it soon.
Oh, there's a friendly
Yeah.
token.
We got a couple ideas for new merch ideas. So hopefully those will be added soon. But check out our merch store. What else?
We got a YouTube. YouTube's lots of stuff being
Yeah.
uploaded to YouTube on a
Check
regular
out
basis.
here. I'm gonna link it right now. Go check out our YouTube. If you ever miss any of our episodes. No, I fucked it up. I'm the worst. I'm disgusting.
Boo.
There it is. I know. What kind of social media manager am I?
You're fired.
Okay.
Turn in your gun and badge.
No, I'm keeping my gun. It's
This
my
is
right.
my rifle. This is my gun. Oh, you're one of those states. I see.
I'm in Ohio.
Is that one of those
We have
states?
corn and guns. That's about it.
Oh, good. Oh, good.
We got corn and guns.
Okay. All right. So initiative. So this halfling guy is sitting there, and you.
I reach out and grab him.
All right. Go ahead and
Reach out
shocking
and touch
grasp. Does that require a hit roll or is it just? I think it's a hit roll, right?
It is. No, it is. It's an attack roll.
All right.
It's an attack roll. But it seems to be screwed up. It's not what it should be.
Oh.
You don't
Let me
have.
fix it. It doesn't have the right attack.
Make a melee spell attack against the target. Okay, he's not wearing metal armor, so you don't have advantage. But
Okay, so I was gonna ask that. if
yeah,
he's wearing-
So melee spell attack. So that's going to be your spell DC plus your whatever.
I got it now.
Okay, good.
I fixed it. I knew what it was. They just didn't input it in the spell properly. Okay, so I guess is he on the combat tracker? No. Okay, cool.
Oh, shoot. Let me put him on there.
He's about to be.
Yeah, because I can't target him, so I just make the roll.
Can I put?
You're gonna
wait.
do all the math yourself, Laura.
You can move that token onto the guy on the combat tracker, I think, and it'll replace it. if you want that. Roy.
Damn, John. I like having John here so much. I'm having lying.
There it is.
There.
There we go.
Way better.
Halfling jerk.
Love it.
Healthy. Soon to be unhealthy.
He is healthy.
So
Gonna be salsa.
he'll grab onto his collar and be like, "You're gonna regret messing with us," and let loose that, which is a 12.
Still
That's a hit. Get out of town.
Oh,
And,
Low
boy.
AC. He gonna be real dead.
Oh man, this
He's
poor
in trouble.
halfling.
He's in a lot of trouble.
This is
He'll
Oh,
only
yeah.
take 7 damage.
I like
shot-
the sound
shot through,
effects.
But he also loses his reaction.
Ooh, that could be dangerous.
And Jake throws him against the statue and then steps back, giving ample room for Cole to go in there and take a swing.
Wait, steps back?
he has no reaction.
He has no reaction. He can't take an opportunity attack.
'Cause he was
Shock the
zapped.
shit out of him.
That's pretty cool. All right,
Shock the shit out of him.
fair enough. All right, Cole then.
Shot the shit out of him.
Cole will
Jake
make
just
the
walked up
sword-
and zapped this guy.
Cole will make the sword appear in his hand again, grab it two-handed, and take a couple swings at this guy.
Oh, couple. Oh, you guys level 5 now.
level 5. Level
Oh.
5.
And here I thought this was going to be a challenge. Here
The
I
one
thought.
guy? Yeah, uh-huh.
Oh no.
Natural 1 on the first one.
We may want to keep this guy alive, Cole.
Ooh,
Good
what
job.
the hell?
Good job keeping him alive.
Ooh.
Way to follow
Some
the.
intimidating swings.
Way to
Also,
follow the plan,
Roy-
Cole.
Roy, the map isn't on the stream. We're
It's
still
not.
on.
Oh, we're still in roleplay. Darn it. Thank you. Jeez.
Wow!
Y'all missed Cole getting 2 natural ones.
Wow!
Two
You know,
natural
Still on there.
ones.
It's still on there.
Ouchie.
Saying,
Man.
2 natty ones.
All right. Dare I ask anything else, Cole?
I will
You gonna
use,
cry?
Crawl into an ass ball.
The sword actually disappears. The sword rejects you. It's like, ah, fool! It goes away.
It trombones
then-
itself away.
You get an image of the Raven Queen looking at you with her arms crossed, looking at
and
you like,
he will use his bonus action to cast Spirit Shroud on himself.
There you go.
that's a bonus action? No way. Okay, that thing is out of control. Let me remind myself what that does. Oh, it's not even in the game. Damn it. That's the D8. No, but that's
He's like,
bonus
man, get
action.
him.
that does damage for you, right? When you hit, it does extra
Yeah,
damage.
It does
Yeah.
extra damage
Like my stunning
to,
strike. It's
to anybody that's within 10 feet.
Yeah.
And slows people within.
And I can
right?
use my reaction to slow somebody down if they're within 10 feet of me.
All
That's
right.
an action economy.
Zavroski.
So what you see
Oh, yeah.
is
Sorry.
a bunch of ravens just flock to Cole and create a spectral shroud, like a cape around him, and a purple and black energy, like plague doctor mask shows up on his face, and he has glowing red eyes. And the ravens are just flying in and out of the shroud, and he has like this 10-foot aura around him.
Yeah, and there's even an sort of audio component, like you can hear. You think you hear. You're not sure if you hear, but it even sounds like this sort of distant kind of.
Flapping of wings,
Yeah.
distant cawing, everything.
I like it. I like it.
Motherfucker.
Motherfucker! Ooh, Elona's like, that's the signal. That's the signal. Jump! Oh shit. No, yeah, we'll do it next. Okay, Zavroski.
Zavroski continues spinning around his light pole, and he looks over and he's like, "What a funny-looking halfling! Look at yourself!" And casts hideous laughter from there.
Yes.
Ooh, all right.
Yes.
Oh, I should have made you roll.
Oh yeah, that's true. I like to roll my saves, but I don't want to re-roll dice. So, all right.
Yeah, shrugs it off.
Yeah, he shrugs it off.
Zavroski still kind of tries to nonchalantly play it off, but people should know that he's
Probably-
cast a spell as he continues swinging around the light
Yeah.
pole.
I like it. All right. At this point, I need
Let's see.
many more?
Where his
Ordath
friends
and
are.
Elona. Ordath and
Yeah.
Elona. I need you guys to make me stealth checks, please.
Sure.
Sure.
Schwa.
Can't believe I rolled 2 natural.
That's a
ones in row.
19.
Yeah, what kind of shit is that?
I'm
What did you do to
pretty
piss
stealthy.
off the gods of RNG, dude?
Apparently a lot.
Yeah,
Be too excited about having 2 attacks, maybe.
I guess.
Yeah, how dare you be excited about level 5?
Okay.
11.
Okay, so the way this happens.
You stop hiccuping in my good Christian D&D game?
The demons are trying to escape his body.
Yeah, I thought
I feel like if Ordath is seen, I'm probably seen. Maybe I'm hiding in the shadow. Maybe that's okay.
You're hiding behind Ordoff.
Yeah, really, you're 3 feet taller than me. Might as well. Technically, you're only 2 feet and 4 inches taller than me, but
You tried to make that argument before, and I was just like, nope, 3 feet.
Clearly you don't know how to math or death. It's okay.
3 feet.
Intelligence was never your strong suit.
Yep.
I say that with my 6
The
intelligence.
pot calling the pot calling the
Pot
kettle
kettle.
black.
What's Ordath's intelligence anyway?
Actually, it's not bad. His intelligence is a massive 10.
You're 4 points smarter than I am, though.
Let's just get this over with. Let's drop the charade.
Come on, drop the hammer, Roy.
Yeah, let's
All right.
go.
So this guy. Oh, this guy. All right. So he looks at you and he's like, "Oh, caster, got you." And inept sword player. That's fine. Let's
He's gonna regret that shit.
play.
Cole,
Let's,
inept sword.
let's play swords for a moment, shall we? All right. And he does, Cole. He's gonna attack you with a short sword.
That's the largest
Ooh.
sword you can wield.
That's a miss, and he's gonna attack you again with a short sword. Oh man, terrible. All right, fine.
It looks like you are equally inept, Shorty.
And let's see.
47 others come out of the woodwork.
Yeah.
On the
Waiting
roof.
for it. Santa Claus. Santa?
Let's see. Let's move these. Let me move these around to make it easier for me for
Fiddler.
tracking,
Cat on a
guys.
hot
Hold
tin
on.
roof? What?
Don't at me. Fiddler is the worst musical.
It's a classic Jewish piece of art.
I hate it. It's boring. I hate it.
It's horrible.
All right, from the other side of the
Literally first
roof,
song.
where you guys are, kind of like over the. You can see there's like the big beam that's kind of the center of the roof. Coming over the roof from the other side are these 2 creatures. They're short. They look. Whoops! No, don't delete them. Come back. They.
Boy, you are thriving.
I am not clicking the mouse well tonight. This is like this. Sometimes I just miss tabletop. They come over and they seem to be this weird mesh of halfling and rat. They've got like this fiendish face. It looks like this rat face with these big fangs and such. But they still have the hands though with long claws of halflings. But they're halfling sized.
That's gross.
Yeah, and they come over the roof. Damn it, cut it out. Not seeing Elona,
Hey, hide
but
behind Ordath.
seeing Ordath, and so they're going to run up and attack you, Ordath.
God damn it.
Am I doing this right? You guys aren't as tough as I thought you were. All right, Ordath, you get a short sword from this. Let's see, 2 gives you a short sword attack. Ooh, hits with a short sword for a mighty. Oh shit. Okay, stabs with the sword for 8, and then he goes to bite at you. Ooh, missing terribly with the bite. As
So,
mucus.
oh no,
Yeah.
so when he stabs me, that shakes me straight out of my drunken stupor.
Oh.
And he stabs me, and I grab the blade, and I go, "What is wrong with everyone here?" And when he says "here," thunder will crack out, and he'll do Wrath of the Storm. And it's like a hellish rebuke, pretty much.
Yes, Wrath of the Storm.
Retributive damage, baby.
Yep. So you have to make a dexterity saving throw.
Is it just the one person?
Yeah.
Or an area, just one person? All right. Dex save. Ooh, I like this. All right. Dex save. I get a 5. Does a 5 save?
So, yep.
Should have made you roll 9.
Yeah.
2d8. So you take 2d8 lightning or thunder damage in this.
Yeah.
Roll it up, baby.
So how do I roll the damage for this? Oh, there we go. Okay.
You can roll it on the
damage.
where at in the tracker.
Oh, okay. Let me do that.
On the
Hold
map.
on.
Yeah, or on the map.
Oh, there it goes. Well, I did 4 damage.
All right, I'll take 4. That's number 2. Got you.
And since I am right next to Ordath, when it attacks and hits him, I take an attack because I have Sentinel, and they just attacked my friend.
Wait, these are both reactions?
Yeah. Sentinel's a reaction. I can just.
I need to start doing
Straight in the
surprise.
face.
I need to start doing surprise on you guys. All right, fine. Fine. Go ahead. Take your Sentinel.
Oh, I will.
You guys cheat.
It's not cheating. It's
Cheated.
literally what
Okay,
I'm good at.
you guys in the stands watching this, help me figure out how they're cheating. I know they're cheating in some kind of way.
I just rolled 2 natural ones. How the fuck, Roy?
Yeah,
And
how
she's-
does- how
That's
is
your
she
deception.
cheating?
Fine.
It's also punching
You're
a
lulling
rare
me
rat,
into a
so
false sense of security.
I only did 5 points of
No,
damage.
you only did
and it's
0.
Resisted. Yeah, it's resisted, so I did nothing. You're fine.
But your unarmed strikes, they
At level
don't.
6.
Yeah, so you actually do. You actually turn around
Too
and,
bad I'm not going monk level 6.
and you punch this guy square in the face, and it just your hand just hits him and just kind of shrugs off. You're like,
Okay.
yeah, that's weird because that should have been
That's creepy.
that should have been a solid hit, and it just didn't have any effect on him whatsoever.
Cool. That's terrifying.
That's right.
Yeah. Rare rats are. That's
Sure
why they're
is.
strong.
Yeah. Oh yeah, that's right.
That was bullshit.
All right.
You're like, these guys are weak, and then you're like, oh, right, they don't take
Oh no, I know.
Oh,
No. I know they're not weak. That's what I was saying. I expect this to be a very
Where did
challenging.
the other where at go?
Jump down.
Come back.
Oh,
No, you
there
go. Oh wait,
he is,
it's his attack. Hang on, I'm supposed to
Yeah.
attack with him.
he jumped down.
No, he stays up. He attacks. Ooh, well now there's 2 of you.
He can see me now. Yeah.
He wants to kill Ordath. Die, Ordath. He'll also
that's
give you
rude.
a short sword,
How do you
Ordath.
know his name?
Oh yeah, that's right. He doesn't. Miss with a short sword, and he's gonna try to bite you too, Ordath. Whoa! What's your AC? Holy smokes!
We
has a
already went over
pretty
this.
high
I got a hella AC.
Yeah, man.
got
All right,
a
man.
shield.
These guys are
AC on AC.
and they're ferocious. They're like ferocious. So they're
He's just batting them away.
yeah. And they're trying to well, I guess they're probably by your knees ish, right? Maybe your knees,
Yeah.
your calves, or something like that.
You're just like
They're
kicking them away.
Yeah.
Like, no, it's not that. It's like a cat trying to bite at your leg. You're like, stop. I know.
Okay. And let's see. Out of the sewer here,
More of them.
Jake. Yeah. A couple more actually come out. In fact, it's really weird watching this because out of the sewer, I know, John, out of the sewer comes, whoops, wrong one.
7 more.
Out of the sewer
many more.
come these rats, and they sort of crawl out of the sewer. And as you watch, as they crawl out of the
Apparently I'm
sewer,
useless to these
they
things.
grow and change into these sort of small halfling changes. As they're running across to you, they change. And when they get to you, they're carrying their swords and biting at you with their swords and stuff. So 2 of these guys are going to jump out of the sewer and attack you. Jake, you're going to get a sword or a bite, fine. And now you get a sword. I did that backwards, but that's okay. Miss and a hit. Oh, that's actually good. Sword hit and not the bite. Okay, Jake, you're hit for 7. The other guy is also attacking you. He's going to do his sword first, like I intended to. Misses, and now the bite. Whoa, man! All right, all these guys, you guys are good at dodging teeth. That is a good thing.
It's not so much that I'm good at dodging; it's that I have leather skin and it doesn't really affect me.
Yep. All right, and there is. Sorry, guys. There is another one that comes out of the sewer behind Zavroski.
So many.
Yeah, and one more that pops out of the sewer over here, but he's not going to be able to get anywhere, I think. Let's see, so that's going to be 5, 10, 20, 30. So he's going to move to here, and he's going to shoot a hand crossbow at Cole.
18 AC, baby.
You guys are tough, man. I guess hand crossbow I still get to do twice, huh? Miss. And is there reload on hand crossbow? I don't even know.
There's loading property on them,
Yeah.
yeah. But, I mean, if the monster stat says it shoots twice, it shoots twice. So.
Yeah.
Multi-attack just overrides all that, huh? Okay, I'll buy that.
Well, it might say something different for hand crossbow. You'll have to...
It does. Multi-attack just says makes 2 attacks. So... But let's get the loading property. Loading means you've got to take an action to load it, right?
Yep. Usually.
I think so.
Oh, no, not an action. Is it an action? It's part of your action to fire. It is the loading.
Let me look this up. I should know this. I know.
Usually just means you can only shoot once unless you have a special feat.
Regardless of the number of attacks you could normally make. Yeah, okay. Yeah, that's clear. Okay, so he takes an action. Shoots you, misses terribly. No problem. And Zavroski, you are going to have this rat coming out of here and attacking you.
Oh, no, my weakness, being attacked.
Oh, no.
And let's see. You take a short sword. Oh, no, a crit with a short sword. Sorry, I didn't mean to cheer that. But I'm going to roll.
All
right. Only 9. No big deal. No big deal. And the bite. Whew, man, bites are no good. All right, finally. Sorry. All right, so this horde of these hybrid rat halfling creatures are all over there. And the guy who missed you says, yes, I'm not very good at swords, but my friends are. Want to talk yet?
I have a halfling, because that way I can actually do damage to something.
All right, Ordath, it is your turn. These little ankle biters, kind of literally, are...
Okay, question.
Yeah.
Roy, what is the weather?
Question.
Tonight's weather, since I didn't specify whether it is clear, roughly clear.
Ooh.
It's clear? Okay, that's fine.
What do you need? What is your...
Stormy night.
So
Roy.
Ordoth is just going to...
It's definitely not raining. It's probably like a partly cloudy type of thing. So, it's not like a perfectly clear night, but it's not a stormy night. It's just a...
neck.
Uh-oh.
Okay, he's going to crack his neck, and he's going to kind of put his hand in front of Elona, telling her to, like, move a little bit back. And he is going to...
I am right up against the edge of this fucking roof, but I'll back up a little.
He's gonna clench his fists and say, and
well, I'm excited
he's
about
just
this.
He's gonna start shaking a little bit, and you're gonna see his eyes are gonna start glowing, and then you're gonna see kind of a faint glow coming from his body, and he's just, I am so tired of all of this. And he's just gonna like look up and scream, and then all of a sudden the clouds above him start to just coalesce, come together, and then you start hearing thunder ringing out, and out of nowhere a massive lightning bolt comes down and strikes right behind the 2 rats.
Yes. Yeah.
And he is going to cast Call Lightning. So they have to make a spell deck save.
All right, you want to make them individually or just one?
That's up to you.
It's usually individually.
Fine. Okay, individually. Here we go. 1,
Yep, just for those 2.
2. All right, 2
Oh,
fails.
those poor babies.
Sorry.
So they take. Actually, you said it was cloudy, right?
I did say it was cloudy.
Yeah.
Hell yeah, you did.
Yeah. Okay. Since it's cloudy, they take instead of 3d10, they take 4d10.
Wait, what? Wait, I said partly cloudy. Partly cloudy.
It's
All right.
Doesn't matter if there are clouds in the sky.
And fine. All right, fine. 40, 10?
Oh,
Damn. All right.
Yep, to
Extra
both of
extra
them.
one if there's already a storm in the sky.
Yeah. So there goes 3 of them, and now how do I roll
Jesus
another?
Christ.
Just
How
roll
do I
one by
roll
itself.
another?
Yeah.
Just grab the die on the bottom and.
Oh, there it is.
toss
There it
in
is.
the
I'm
tray.
sorry. Yeah. So nope, that's a 12. Here we go. And okay, so 24 damage to both of them
Holy
as
shit.
they both get electrocuted.
Okay, so let's see.
And the bitches ain't resistant to that.
24 plus
Number 2 and
4
3.
is. Whew, and 24 to you, who's unwounded. Wow. All right, they are heavily
Crispy.
wounded, both of them. And the lightning actually hits both of them and hits the roof of the building and goes right through the roof of the building. And both of them actually fall through the hole in the roof of the building.
So Orderoth is just glowing right now, and he's just full of Tempest Rage.
All right, that's pretty cool.
Tempest Rage.
So that is his turn.
Damn, Ordath. All right, so these guys. Yeah, so there's currently now a hole in this roof. The
I'm sorry
area.
to whoever lives here.
Did they take fall damage?
Sucks to be
Did
you.
they take fall damage?
They don't
If they're
seem.
were rats.
They don't seem to.
That's dumb.
They land on the floor below them, and it disoriented, but quickly kind of jump up but they've got the look on their face like they're still kind of trying to process what just happened. Actually,
Just got wrecked, son.
what did I
Just
do?
got
Riggedy,
wrecked.
riggedy,
What happened, Fantasy Grounds? Come
Uh-oh.
back to me, Fantasy Grounds. Okay, it's back. Phew. All right, nice. Anything else, Ordath?
No, that's it.
All right, Elona, you are up. Cole, you're on deck.
Since they fell through a hole in the roof, I don't really want to jump into someone's house. Like, that's not really something I want, or someone's place of business.
This is actually, it looks like a place of business, in fact. As the startled trio down there looks up and see what's going on, and Ordath is in his rage. Does he notice boobies in his rage?
Oh no. At this point, like once that lightning comes down and the rats fall, he is just gonna slowly turn to everybody else down there and just stare at them with just the glowing white eyes
Ooh.
and just the pure rage on his face.
All right, Elona. So the threat up here has been greatly neutralized
Yeah.
for the time being, at least.
I am gonna go try and give Jakey some help. So I'm gonna do a cool backflip off of this building, because I can, because I'm a monk. And then I'm gonna land.
Do you land
and,
like on the one knee with the fist and the knee? Like,
yeah,
is that...
I superhero pose that shit. Of course I do. Are you kidding? I back tuck, superhero pose that, and then head on over to try and screw up
Hello.
this little rat guy right here. I have 2.
I don't have these guys in squares, do I?
No, you had them in squares. You just took them out of the squares.
I did. Okay, there we go. Oh, wait, Luna. Okay, thank you.
And then I'm gonna not do any damage to these were-rats because all I have is my fists.
You can grapple
but
them
we'll
if you
try.
want.
Can't you stun them?
I can stunning strike them, but I have to hit first. So I'm gonna hit first, hopefully. What is
That's
this
level
were-rat?
6
5.
with the magic
Oop.
attack fists.
Oof. 12.
I think that hit.
Actually, I think it does, right? What was that?
Where at?
They're not
5.
very armored.
In hybrid form, still the same AC. Yeah, that's a hit.
Cool. I'm gonna attempt to stunning strike. They must make a Constitution saving throw.
Oh,
or
this
be
is easy.
stunned.
I'm really good at Constitution saves. Well, not all the time.
Cool. So they're stunned, and then I get my second attack for my attack action. So I'm gonna.
All right, so this is on 5 or 4?
5.
5.
It's
Okay.
5.
All right, 5 is stunned.
Oh, I need to do damage too because I just stunned him.
I have bad news.
Wow.
Yeah.
Yeah. Uh-huh. And I mean, I can take another attack, but they're resistant to my
You
damage.
could punch the other one.
When do your fists become D6s? I thought
Next
that was
level.
Next level.
Next level, they're
level?
magic
If
weapons.
If
yeah.
I were to go monk at next level.
That's what I was asking. I was like, oh, because I thought I was thinking at 5th level her attacks are magical, but
They don't.
yeah.
Yeah, but I can attack where at 4 and stunning strike that as well with my other attack, which is what I'm gonna do.
Other key. I don't know if you want to spend all that key.
Don't
listen to me.
What am I gonna
Don't
use?
listen-
What am I
don't
gonna
listen to
use
me.
it for?
Don't listen
Flurry
to
of
me.
blows that doesn't work. 9.
Oh, that is a miss. That's not good enough.
Right.
All right, so one is stunned though. That's good.
Yeah.
Anything else, Elona?
I'm so useless. No.
Yeah, man.
I'm
Like I
literally
said,
useless in this fight.
I expect this to be a fight that's going to take some or something. We'll see. Jake.
Just leave the halfling for me. I can do damage to him, hopefully.
Oh yeah. Cole. I told you were up deck. I'm sorry. I messed that up.
Yeah,
Jake,
it's Jake.
it's actually your turn. You knew that. I know. You guys-
Hello, right. So Jake sees Lona jump down and stun the were-rat right in front of him, and the other were-rat's still unaffected, but he'll step down one here, and as he steps down, he gathers electric charges in his hand, invisible lightning bolts almost forming in his hands, and then he just brings them together, and as he brings them together, it's almost like a strike of lightning, and thunder rages from his hands as he casts Thunder Wave. And they both need to make DC 14 con saves.
Oh, so does Elona.
No.
No, she
Yeah.
doesn't.
No?
Nope, I
I-
drew the square to make sure Cole was out of it.
Isn't it in front of you?
Yeah, you do
It's
a
centered on me.
Well, no. He
No,
has to be
it's-
You have to be on one of the faces of the square. Any face of the square you want, but you've got to be on one of the faces of the square.
Oh, I thought it was centered.
It's
on
not.
me.
It's not all around you. It's in front of you.
Yeah. So it's like a
So
direction.
either me or
I mean,
Cole has to take it, and it would have to be
You
me.
could
so
stand
it hits
here
me.
and
No,
do.
because then I'm going to take the opportunity. Oh no, he's stunned.
He's
He can't.
stunned. Yeah.
Stunned. Yeah.
So you could. Yeah. If
You
you,
can
if
do
you stood
this.
here, it'd be easy. That'd be super easy. Yeah.
Yeah.
There we go. That's what I'll do.
Yeah. So that's an easy square to draw.
Same
Okay,
thing.
I'll buy that.
I thought it was centered on me.
Yeah. No, you've got to be on.
Originating from you.
Yeah, it had to be in one face of the square, like outside one face of the square. Yep. All right. So, what's that? Savings throw. What kind of save?
DC 14 con.
Con saves. Oh, I'm actually really good at con saves. All right. Let's see.
Yeah,
Here we go.
Last time he worked real well at it.
We'll do 4 then. But you're stunned. Actually, let me put stunned on him because he might be.
I think he has disadvantage. on the
Yeah,
save.
exactly. So it was 5.
Stun affects strength and dexterity, unfortunately.
Damn it.
Not.
But this is a con save, not dexterity.
Yeah.
Yeah. So it won't have that.
John's an amazing bit of info. We need to like.
Just
What's he doing? All right. So then 2
I mean,
con
it's still
saves.
good to put it on him.
I'm actually really good at con saves. Oh shit, I am good at con saves.
He is
Yes.
actually really good at
Yes,
con
he is.
saves.
Oh, not that one. Okay.
That 18 though, I'll use an initiative point to make you re-roll it.
Inspiration. What? Okay, that's fine.
Use
There
my
you go.
inspiration to make you re-roll that 18.
Hang on, let me take that
Hey.
inspiration away. Taking that inspiration away. Hold on. Fox. Inspiration. Boom, down to 1, Fox. All right, here we go. Con save. DC 14. Oh, and it's worth it.
Yes.
Wow.
And that's why you have inspiration.
All right, man.
Is it not? I thought it was to do dumb things. I thought
Well,
inspiration is to do
depends on the
horribly
player.
dumb things.
Depends on the player.
it depends on who's.
I thought it was. I
doing
thought
it.
I only had to use. I thought I could only use inspiration to kick down doors. Are you telling me I could use it for other things?
Son of a. All right,
they
Fox. So
both
damage
take,
is
5 damage, not much damage,
okay, and they
and
are.
they're blasted back 10 feet each.
All right, so 10 and 10. Let's see.
Do you want me to drag the damage onto them?
No, I can just put it on this. This is 4 and 5. All right, that's easy to
You
do.
got it. You got it.
Yeah, I got it. Let's see, 5 for Jewel and 5 for. Oops, nope, that's bonus hit points. No, that's wounds. Yep, I got it.
Give it more
I saw
hit
it green and I was like, oh yeah, okay. Anyway, yeah, and in fact, we're at 5. The one that was stunned. Just as a technicality, I'm gonna actually give him the prone condition because he's not gonna be able to land on his feet while stunned. So I'm gonna stun and prone him for the time being. All right. Anything else, Jake?
No, that's everything for me.
All right, baby. Cole, on you.
All right, Cole is gonna reposition himself and do an upward swing on this guy, and as he swings, all these ravens flitting about him are gonna actually become part of the blade as he swings.
Ooh. Well, I'm excited to see this in action.
See if it hits this time.
Come on, baby.
Yeah, that hits.
Ooh, that's a hit.
Yeah, that hits.
27 is going to be a hit.
For 11 damage.
Well, you didn't do your extra one.
Magical damage. I'm not doing the... Oh, yeah. I need to do an extra D8.
Yeah.
For
That was a
another
D10.
6.
Wait, that's a D10, yeah.
Oh, wrong one. Sorry. Another 5.
All right, so 16 to Halfling Jerk. 16 plus 7 is 23. All right. He is
And
wounded.
then after he gets up, he's going to swing it straight across. And the same thing's going to happen. Just ravens are going to fly from everywhere and just become part of the blade.
You get that on every attack?
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
Oh,
it is a
man.
concentration spell, though, so you know.
So 12. That hits.
Plus 9 on the hit.
Plus 9 is disgusting.
He hits for the 3. Holy shit.
15 and 7.
Oh, God. 22. 22 plus 23 is 45?
Yeah.
Oh, man. All right. This dude is badly wounded.
And it's magical damage. It's not resisted.
I know. I have noted. Whew. All right. Yeah. Badly damaged. Anything else, Cole?
That will be his turn.
Damn, that's a pretty solid damage.
And he's going to use his reaction to reduce this guy in front of him's speed by 10.
Okay. All right. Got it. Let's see. All right. That takes us to the great Zavroski.
Zavroski first glows with inspiration and gives a good old mantle of inspiration to everybody.
Oh, all right.
You guys can use your action if you have it to move. And what happened to my temp HP? It now gives 10 or 8 temp HP
Ooh,
Damn.
baby.
instead of 5.
I'm moving over to something maybe I can do fucking damage to.
Oh, man. This is crazy. All right.
So Zav's gonna use his own reaction to move away from the guy that's trying to bite him.
All right.
3, 4, 5, 6.
Sold.
Then
And Cole is going to move into flanking for Elona.
Flank.
he's gonna cast Dissonant Whispers on one of the were-rats that is still healthy. So he whispers discordant melodies towards were-rat 4. You can roll a wisdom save.
All right. Oh, you're going to make me roll this time, huh? Let's see how it is.
I almost
Jake
dropped
got
it.
inspiration.
Oh, look at that. Perfect. Wait, Jake got inspiration.
Yep, Icky gave him inspiration because rogues make bad decisions. If anyone makes bad decisions
Icky.
in this game, it's Elona, but like, okay.
Still, though, she's got a pretty valid point.
Yeah, that's fine.
I dropped the 9 damage on it, and it actually needs to run away using its reaction.
Oh, no. That's 4? All right. Let's see. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30. Wait. Is this move 30? It might actually be only... Yep, 30. Wow. Okay. Fast halflings. All right. So he runs away. Ah!
And I used my reaction to do that move, so I actually still have movement. So he's gonna move back here and say, "Watch out for the grates for more."
Let's go, halfling jerk.
All right, halfling jerk looks at you, Cole. It's like, oh, you want to play like that, huh? All right, you'll see who the shard shunners really are. Kill this Tolly! And he, as he says that, he sort of metamorphosizes. He hunches over, and his face elongates, and he's now got these whiskers and a nose. He's like,
God damn it, I can't hit him either!
and he
Literally
bites
do
you.
nothing!
He bites you, Cole. Ah. No, he does not bite you. He stabs you with his sword, Cole. Oh, actually, he stabs you with his
That'll
sword. Look at that. All right.
That'll hit.
Take another. Nothing.
No damage. Take another no damage. Yes. Yes,
All
I
right.
will.
Let's see. 2, 3 out of the picture for now. All right, Ordath, you would see this. Well, I guess if you're looking out of the, you would not see this. All right, so they're gone. 2 and 3 are gone. 4. Where's 4? He's there. Let's see. He's over here. What am I doing? Okay, he charges back. 3, 4, 5, 6. I'll get him back to where he was. All right, he will use his crossbow, and he will attack the nearest one. Who's that? Jake. Jake, you get a crossbow.
And you get a crossbow. And you get
Everyone
a
gets a crossbow. Ooh, almost a crit, but not quite. Jake, take some 4 damage. Boom. 5 is taking the command. 5, 15.
He's stunned.
He's stunned and prone.
Wait, he's still stunned?
Yeah, he's stunned until the beginning of my next turn, even with your nerf.
Oh, that's so overpowered.
It's not overpowered.
Stunned
I
for
just
one
rolled
turn.
really-
Does he get another?
He's literally stunned for a single turn.
Doesn't he get a save or something? A wisdom save?
No.
Something? Nothing?
He did
You
when he was
nerfed
originally
it, Roy.
stunned.
You nerfed it.
All right,
and
fine,
I'm
he's dead.
Still fighting against
I mean, down.
you with your
Fine.
rules.
He's on the ground. Fine. I can't do anything. I can't kill you guys. All right, let's see.
Welcome
He's at
to
5,
my world.
15, 20, 30. All right, what's he got? A crossbow? Fine. He's going to shoot a crossbow at Cole. Cole, you get a hand crossbow. Cole gets a hand crossbow. I can even put a group of people who are literally immune to your melee attacks.
Yeah, it
And
sucks, doesn't
challenge
it, Roy?
you.
It really sucks.
All right,
It
he's going to
sucks a
come.
lot.
Cole, you're coming to attack. 10, 15, 20. Yeah, easily. All right, Cole, we're at 7 is going to show you what's what. You get a short sword. Oh, with a crit. Oh, no.
That hits.
All right.
That hits.
Take some of that. Partially absorbed. I love it.
He's fine.
And Cole, you get a bite. I'm going to hit with a bite this time. Watch.
Nope.
Wow.
I have consistently in this fight perfectly chosen the bite versus sword attack and which goes first.
Every single time.
I have
Yep.
perfectly chosen that to ensure that no one gets bitten, which
Yep.
would have been a little bit of fun for me. Uh-oh. All right. We are back to the Stormcaller.
So Ordath, his eyes are gonna start crackling, and he's just gonna look down and be like, "Good, you rat fucks, clump together." And he's gonna drop another lightning bolt right between those 3.
Wait,
and
what's
they
the
need
area
to make
effect of
a
that?
dexterity. This is a concentration. He gets 120 feet of lightning.
No, the area
fuckery.
effect. What's the area? How big is the
It's
lightning?
a 5-foot radius of where it lands.
That hits all 3.
It says each
Wherever
creature
he
within
calls
5
it.
feet of a point.
Yep. Wherever he calls that lightning down, every creature in 5 feet needs to make a dex save.
Yes, Ordath, yes.
So if I remember, stun creatures automatically fail dex saves.
That is true.
So Homeboy takes full damage, and let's see if the other 2 pass.
Yes, baby.
Yes, Ordath, yes. If I can't do damage, love of
Ordath has been molested all day. He has been through some shit. He is letting out rage right fucking now.
Wow. How long does this last?
10 minutes.
All right, from here on out, clear skies every day in Waterdeep. No clouds.
Wait, one damage die.
Yeah, that only reduces it to 3d10.
Oh God! And look, I did set that up pretty perfectly. That's
Yep.
yeah. This is almost as cool as you burning the notes that I took time to write out. That's cool. That's pretty cool.
We'll each take our turn in doing something.
Hey,
That
it's equilibrium. Elona can't hit shit,
I
and
can't,
I
well, I
am
can
just
hit it,
bringing
I just
down
can't do damage.
godly wrath upon
All right.
everybody.
What's the DC on that?
Okay, so that one saves.
So that was 4. I'll go through in order. So 4 saves, 5 fails
yeah.
automatically, 6. Of course.
Fails. All right, so let's roll this beautiful beam footage, baby.
Oh
You
baby.
can always
All right.
right click. You can right click when you drag the dice to add another die, by the way, Cole. Or I mean.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Oh, nice. Let me do that then.
Let's
Okay.
go. Yeah, let's go.
Let's see. Call
4,
lightning.
5, 6. 4, 5, 6. 4, 5, 6. So I got plenty of health with these guys. Plenty of health.
Yeah, huh?
Plenty of health.
Okay. All right. So damage, and you said one more.
Yeah.
Ah. Come on. Boom.
Yes.
That's some good roll.
Let's see how they're like
Sexy.
29 damage
You roll
That's
D10s.
so
to
Are you sure?
everybody except for the
Are you
the
sure
one
those
that
are
saved.
D10s? Are you sure those D10s are not supposed to be D8s?
Yeah, I'm pretty sure those are
Yeah,
D10s.
those are
That's
D10s.
so hot. Let's go. Order.
So yeah, 29 damage to everybody except for the one that saved.
Oh, shit.
He gets 14.
Shit.
Yeah.
All right, so we're at 5 fries. We're at 4. Oh God, he's really dead. He's dead.
Mega dead.
And 6 takes. Actually, 6 can survive that, if barely. All right.
They
Whew.
call him a Stormcaller for a reason.
Jeez, you've taken. Fine.
Ordoth had to work some shit out today, okay?
Let's get
All
some
right.
stuff to get over here.
Wow, that's tight spell.
It's a good spell.
Druid favorite.
Good old level 5 spell.
Baby. All right. Anything else, Ordath?
Oh no, that's it.
All right.
Yeah, that's his whole turn.
Elona,
Roy,
to
if it
you.
makes you feel any better, the dead body of Whereat 5 is no longer stunned.
No, he's dead, Elona.
dead.
He's dead. He's not stunned because he's dead. D-E-D
it's
dead.
fine. I'm
But he's
gonna-
not
I'm gonna-
stunned.
Yeah, but he's not stunned. So I'm gonna attack Halfling Jerk, and if I hit, I'm gonna stunning strike him.
Oh God. As you're hitting me, he's like,
Listen,
I don't suppose we could negotiate at this point.
Nope.
You hit. Oh, you
14.
hit with a 7. I gotta get used to this thing
Stunning
that
strike.
you guys are at the point now where you hit with like 7s and 3s and 4s or like still hits.
I mean, these guys are pretty low AC, so yeah.
You need
Yeah,
to make
12
a con save, please.
Oh, I got this. I'm actually really good at con saves. Here we
Get
go.
a one.
Saying this.
Oh God!
He's stunned. I'll do the
All
damage
did.
that's not gonna happen anyway. But there you go. There you go. Enjoy
Are
that.
you
No
kidding
damage.
me? I have rolled. I don't know. I have rolled a lot of 1s tonight. I don't know what's happened with Fantasy Grounds, but I have seriously rolled.
You've also rolled 2 crits.
I rolled back to back.
And then
Yeah, but I noticed the 1s more. Okay, so I'm just
I'm
saying.
moving over here, and I'm gonna take my other attack and attack where at 7 and do the same thing.
I don't believe this. I admit when I designed this,
Oh,
The 26
oh,
hit.
Oh,
I'm
He has to make a con save as well.
God damn it!
that crit fail for the stun was so bad, he automatically stuns the other rat.
Yeah.
Well, I
Yeah.
didn't roll a 1 this
Oh my
time.
God, see, told you.
He does.
I failed a lot of
so,
saves.
yeah.
How many saves have I made? I've failed all. Like I think I made 1
All the saves.
saves.
Each
I
and
have
every
failed.
time
right, from
Elona
now on-
stuns a creature, you can just kind of see this black necrotic energy take hold of the muscles and just kind of like constrict them until the duration of the stun is over.
Sweet.
Oh
It's
God.
hot.
I-
It's
I'm
real
not-
hot.
I'm not
Yeah.
gonna take advantage of that at all.
There you go.
Okay.
You have 2 stunned creatures right there. Have fun.
Yeah, it's advantage on both of them. Thanks.
New rule.
And then.
Wait, I'm changing
for
I'm changing my entire rule system. I want you guys now to actually target my creatures and roll the saves for me. I want you to trigger the saves automatically from here on out. I don't want to roll any more saves for any of my creatures
I'm tired of
ever.
failing.
Oh my
want you guys to
God!
succeed.
I have failed so many
And that's
saves.
my turn. Once they're both stunned, I'm gonna just stand there and smile because I can't do damage to these fucking things, so I might as well stun them.
All right. You know what?
Stone Cold Stunner.
All right. I suppose it's time.
And now that I know they have crossbows, I need to save my reactions.
Oh, because they can't even crossbow it. I love it.
Well, if they shoot a crossbow at me, I can just grab it and throw it back at them.
This is beautiful. So I really thought an encounter
Oh,
full of creatures that, because none of you guys, I think Cole's the only one with a magic weapon. So I was thinking, okay, this is pretty solid, right? Well, actually, Jake, you have a weapon that can
he's got
count as magical,
cantrips.
Yeah.
but yeah, well, he's also got the gun, and so he's got some bullets for that could count as magical. So I factored that in. But I did not factor in what powerful spellcasters you guys actually are at this point. Yeah. And the stun. Like even, I'm like, oh, Elona's going to be so pissed at this because she can't do anything. Oh.
I'm still a little upset.
Whoops,
that I
dumbass.
can't do
She
damage,
can stun
but I can
everything.
Stun everything.
Yeah, that's great. That's great.
Stun everything in the vicinity.
Oh, I like that. Coffee Man might have it. Coffee Man might actually have it.
Actually, Roy.
Yeah.
You
cheated.
Misjudged that because damn Fantasy Grounds didn't update my spell save, because my spell save is 8 plus my proficiency bonus plus my wisdom modifier. So that means
It should be 15 then for you, right?
yeah, I think
Yeah.
15 or 16. 15?
Mine's 16, and I have a higher spellcasting stat than you. So.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, I made a save. Okay, give me one save, dude. Give me one save, okay?
My wisdom's at +4, not +5. My bad. So yeah, it'd be 15. So you still.
You seriously trying to take away like the one save I made all night?
Yeah.
Really?
Yes,
Like, are you really
yes.
playing that
He was,
card?
yes.
Yes, he was.
He really was.
God damn,
Yes, I
dude! You
was.
guys are merciless, man.
with gusto.
God, all right.
Give him one.
Come on, man. Give me, like, give me one. Jeez,
Damn it, Dylan.
damn.
No, Sinan, he doesn't get one save ever.
No.
All right. So this, I'll admit, this encounter went a bit differently than I thought. I didn't expect to fail every save. I didn't expect Ordath to disintegrate 4 out of the 7 guys in this. I thought at some point, at least some people would get bitten. I really kind of thought that some of these things would go a little differently. Apparently, I did a good job of doing the dice tonight. My dice tonight were perfect. Take note, grognards, because when I do grognards next time, I'm going to bring back the damage dice for those guys. You guys saw the damage dice I was rolling for those guys, man? I was like maxing out. I was like, why can I not roll ability scores for new characters with these D6s? Anyway, sorry. We have to end for tonight. I would love to continue this, but... I'm curious to see what you guys do with this. You've clearly owned these guys.
No.
Yeah, you guys have clearly owned these guys. They
I
are
got the good
White on
mojo.
rice.
for sure.
I know, we got good mojo now. Next episode is going to be the exact opposite.
Well, it does, at this point, you guys have crushed us. I mean, you've clearly crushed this encounter. So what you do with these pieces, I guess, remains to be seen. Yeah. So everyone left in the encounter is either just about dead or stunned or both.
Yep.
Next week, we're going to play again. I know Saturday, Anna, you guys are doing your game.
Yep.
Any other announcements I'm missing? Anybody got anything fun to talk about before we go out?
Check us out on Facebook, Discord.
Oh, yeah, definitely. Yeah,
YouTube.
very good call, man. Search up Nerd League Gaming on... my teenage son uses the term search up. You know that's a new term, right? It used to be look up, but now the actual like cool kids say search up because you Google search things, so it's search up. We're changing our... I'm sorry, I'm rambling. Search up Nerd League Gaming. You'll find us there. YouTube, Facebook, Instagram.
Roy, at the very end, Sinan just gave you
You get an extra inspiration.
He gave you inspiration at the
That'll
very
say...
end.
Oh, I should... I still
Itty bitty.
appreciate it, but wait, let me make sure I give myself that because Lord knows I'm going to need it. You know, when it's
Yeah,
when
you
it's
do.
Next save you really want to make.
Yeah.
when it's just when
This
it's
time
just
you can
little-
roll 2 ones in a row instead.
Oh no, I'm not
Cole.
I'm not Cole. Look, I'm not.
hey, I made it happen the next round. Okay?
You did. You brought it back.
For a few minutes, I was worried for you guys. Like, oh, here's how we start, right? Jake, Cole
Damn,
do
Sinan.
nothing. Cole's rolling double ones. I'm like, oh, I'm going to kill these guys. I'm going to tear these guys. Never mind.
Lulling you into a
two
false
things.
sense of security.
You did.
One, please follow us on Twitter. On Twitter is where we'll make, once we get closer to 1,000 followers on here, we'll make announcements about a giveaway when we hit 1,000 followers on Twitter.
Which is not
As
far
well
away.
on Twitter. Yeah, it's really not
We're
that
doing
far away.
something
We
almost
broke
like 100
700
followers
today.
a week.
Broke 700
So
today.
get
Yeah,
in soon.
so, like, hit us, find us on Twitter, Nerdly Gaming. I think I just linked it in there. Twitter's also where we'll make announcements for possible new shows. Hint, hint, tease,
What?
tease.
What?
Hint, hint, tease, tease.
I love
So,
it.
You know, just hit us up on Twitter. That's where we're the most active. Okay, that's where I'm the most active. So,
Yeah, she is. Yeah, I'm
there.
gonna disagree with that just a tiny bit because I want to see you guys on Discord. I want to get to know you guys. I want to work in our community.
Yeah, please, come join the
absolutely
Discord.
follow us on Twitter, but come hang out with us on Discord.
Why not
Fox,
both?
you beat me to
Why
it.
not? Oh, you got it. You guys are good. Anyway, enough of our rambling. We are going to come back next week. We will see what the group decides to do with the remnants of this fight. It might just be a bunch of disintegration. Yeah, it might just be a bunch of disintegration. It might be something different. I don't even know. But if you want to find out, you're going to have to tune in again next week. Until then, nerd out. God, you guys are amazing.